Hello guys. This is the first episode of Interrupted. My name is Jenkins, and I'm joined today by
Johnny.
Hey, Shane.
We're a new podcast group. We just started today. Our name is Interrupted, and we want to be a little bit different from other podcasts. We want to have our topics, of course. The main stuff we want to talk about. Then we want to follow it up with something different from other podcasts, whether it be something like a draft where we think of a topic and then we have like around 20 or so seconds to think of the best answer to that topic. It's more like you're drafting things, honestly. That's why it's called the draft. Another thing called scenarios, where we would put ourselves in scenarios and then see what we would say, what each of us would do, basically.
Real answers here.
Yeah, like no
Real
BS, like
situations.
real situations, so we'll know a little bit about each other.
Yes.
And another one called Did He Say That, where beforehand we'll Google or Yahoo, looking for that Yahoo sponsorship. We'll Google what famous people have said, and then we'll try to mess.
I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
We'll like re-explain it when we actually do stuff.
Yeah, when we ourselves have a plan of what we're gonna do, we will re-explain it.
Yeah, we'll show like an example, I guess.
And the last part of the podcast will be something personal from each of us, whereas Johnny would be talking something along the line of stock, trading, business, economics. I will be talking about conspiracy theories that I think are possible, and some I may actually believe. And Shane is just going to be random because that's who he is. Yeah, it's random.
And the reason we kind of started this whole podcast thing is because we feel like at work we have like pretty interesting conversations on our breaks. So we're like, let's start a podcast. It only took like about a year, right?
Yeah, buddy. Retweet at on our breaks. All right, so today we wanted to start off with something really topical and something that some people believe and we don't know why, which is the flat earth theory. And I guess Shane can start it off.
Well, don't discriminate the non-believers
Okay.
and the believers. It has to be unbiased.
Sure. Whatever. So why do you want to talk about flat earth, Shane?
It's because it seems like a whole bunch of nonsense to me. Like, growing up, I love science. And in science, they told me that the earth was round. And when I look at the damn moon, sometimes it be changing, shapes and whatnot because of how the sun.
That damn moon and its.
But a non-believer will argue the textbooks that you learn from are fake.
Are you gonna what is it called? Play devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay, I'll play devil's advocate too.
Because, I feel like those believers of the flat earth
Mm-hmm.
are just idiots. So if Johnny here wants to be idiot with them,
So you're.
go ahead.
No, I'm not a believer of the flat earth. I actually think it's a sphere. But I like mocking the believers of the flat
Okay,
earth.
we could do that.
Here's the thing though. Like, me personally. Like, I don't like to believe things that like I'm told that I can't myself prove.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, that's a big reason of why I'm atheist, right?
You're atheist? I had no idea. I really didn't know.
Wait, you're serious? You didn't know?
Damn,
I
I learn
didn't
something
know.
new every day.
Wait, you're
Yeah.
serious too? You didn't know?
No,
I
You thought I was Christian?
Yeah,
Because I'm black, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. And you're from the Caribbean, so most people
Yeah,
from
but-
the Caribbean are like really,
Yeah,
religious.
really religious. Yeah. Are you atheist?
Oh no.
Are you Christian?
Yeah. I
With
believe
that
in
mouth?
God. What
Alright.
you talking about?
Okay.
What you talking about?
All right. And you're atheist, Johnny, or not? Never mind. Let's not, because you're let's not say anything because you're kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you don't really have that luxury because you're brown.
I'm somewhere.
Yeah, you're somewhere.
I'm somewhere.
But I don't like believing things that people tell me just because like
But
someone.
would you believe if it came from multiple sources?
No, because the
Really?
multiple sources could like I don't know. It's weird. It's like I don't want to.
But you see, the way how science work is they become. You ever heard of like what do you call it? Like the 7.
Wait, did you like believe in a god before?
Did I
Oh, yeah, that's
believe in a
interesting.
god
Did you?
before? No.
So you grew up not.
No, I
believing-
grew up like with my mom trying to force me
Yeah.
to be
Wait,
Christian.
She's Christian.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she is.
did she force you? To
Literally
go to
everyone
church?
in my family, like the Caribbean thing. That's true with everyone else in my family, but not me.
Wow.
Yeah.
The black sheep of the family, huh?
The black sheep of the black family. But back to the flat Earth.
I doubt it'll be white sheep.
Back to the flat Earth. I don't want like. Here's the thing. I believe in the global thing because I also believe in science, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's how gravity works, and that's the only way like how us in China could be like walking straight up because we're all pulled towards the center.
Yeah.
So I believe in that stuff, right? But what I it's not like I want to make fun of them, but I kind of respect them in a way. Like they're not just believing what scientists tell them.
Yeah. I get it too, but when you look up in the sky, the fucking sun is well, not supposed to look at the sun first of all, but I'm pretty sure that's a freaking globe.
Yeah, but like I
It's
don't like
spherical.
I've
Or
seen
like other planets that fucking revolve around us or the solar system.
you know
I think-
other planets don't revolve around us
I
because
was trying to say us as in the solar
I think
system.
it should be noted that a lot of the flat earthers also don't believe in gravity.
Wait, you serious?
Yeah.
So how are they walking? How are they like on the floor?
dude, it's flat.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
I
do
think
you
I
mean,
know. I think I know. I think
What?
I've heard that before because they're saying that
can't be a
the
thing. That cannot be.
no, they're saying that the Earth is always constantly like rising, like it's always going up. That's why we're always on the ground because the Earth is moving up all the time. Like
So we're like just kind of moving in space. All the planets are kind of like just going up.
yeah, it's like going up or like space is falling or something like that. I think I've heard of that before.
You see,
too.
what I like about science is that you could prove things with science. Have any of these guys even tried to prove any of their statements?
But the thing
But
is,
how
like,
can they? Like,
exactly, like how would you prove that the Earth is flat? You
that's
could
my
say,
point. That's my point.
not flat, but my bad. How would you prove that it's like a sphere?
like NASA needs like a ridiculous amount of funding just to send people just to our satellite.
And we don't even know if they actually go there.
Shout out to Elon Musk for trying to reduce the price on that.
Do you think these broke ass people are gonna be able to go into space to prove?
Hell no.
To prove no.
Yeah,
No, I think Virgin Mobile was starting to make this was like a few years back. They were making.
They're
like,
still doing it. I think.
You,
It
so you
costs.
know about it, right?
It's. I think it's gonna cost. I think they're almost done. It's gonna cost 100,000 for a round trip to like
To
space.
and back.
Well, it's like really a little outside of our atmosphere, but you're gonna be able to see the Earth.
Isn't Virgin Mobile kind of like that bad phone company that like with terrible service?
Oh,
Unless they're a sponsor, of course.
Then
Then
they're
But no, but
to
for
be
real.
fair, Virgin Mobile wasn't like an actual, like it used to be just Virgin, I think, right? It wasn't Virgin Mobile. They branched off into that.
Mhm.
It used to, wasn't it a record? It's a record label.
yeah, I think
It's
it was
a
a
record
record label.
label.
Yeah,
Mm.
Your music.
it
Okay.
was just Virgin.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a very weird name to be a record label. by the
But-
way. Just saying.
I don't know. Like the flat Earth thing. I wish we had like. I wish it was like a way. I wish we had did a little bit more research to see like their actual.
I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but like the Earth that you see in the textbooks, one of the flat Earth Earthers like argument is that these pictures that we have of Earth, they're not a full picture of Earth, which is true.
Oh,
It's a
I've
bunch
heard
of-
about that.
It's a bunch of images, connected together.
No, I heard about that. Where they
Because
say like.
that would make
because
sense.
it's very
how-
hard to take a picture. Like you have to be very far from the Earth
Mhm.
to take a full picture of the Earth. But I believe there's one out there. One
No,
picture.
I mean, here's the thing, right? This is how I think of it this way, right? The Earth is way bigger than the moon. And the way how we take a picture of the Earth, I mean of the moon, like the whole moon, the side that we can see, that's what
Right.
we do with Earth. So it's not that unbelievable. Because if you're standing on the moon, then you can see the Earth. You can see like
I get you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not that unbelievable. What I don't the reason why the flat world people like they have like I don't know, they don't have like a really strong argument, but the picture part is kind of true because Earth isn't an exact sphere.
No.
Like it's not a perfect circle. is kind of like flat on the top a little bit, and on the not flat, but like
No, no,
oval
no.
shape.
It's more like an egg.
Exactly.
Because the Earth
But
is spinning and it bulges at the equator.
Yeah, but literally in every, I've never seen an egg-shaped Earth before.
Right.
So I kind of feel them, but not really, because I'm not. Because what if like one day we actually like a lot of people can go to space and see the Earth, and it's kind of like an egg shape, and like they're like, see, we didn't really mean flat like paper, we meant flat like an egg shape.
We didn't mean flat like paper. We meant flat like a cube. Like the top is flat and the rest is a cube.
But yeah,
But like some of them believe like the reason like the water doesn't just like fall right off the Earth since it's flat is because there's like an ice wall.
But then what would
around
happen?
the whole Earth.
But what would happen? Let's say global warming is real.
And the reason that we don't see the ice wall is because they don't let us.
Who's
see
they?
The ice
Who's
wall.
they?
The man.
That's a good
The
question.
man.
That's a good question.
So about global warming, what happens with that? Will all the water just run out?
I wonder if these same guys, the flat Earth guys, also don't believe in global warming.
I don't know.
It must be
Well,
popular.
if there is global warming, if it is true, that wouldn't that mean that the flat earthers wall would just evaporate and then all the water would just
I don't think
disappear?
it's their wall.
But-
I'm just saying there's
But
just a
if-
wall there.
But if they don't believe it's a sphere
Shout out to
and
Trump.
they don't believe it's global warming, then their wall is good. It won't melt. They probably don't believe in the sun.
All right, but speaking of global warming, do you guys believe in global warming or not?
Okay, here's
it's
the-
really hard to say.
Here's the thing.
It's really hard to say.
I do,
Mm-hmm.
but I also heard that these things move in cycles.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Right?
I was gonna. Okay.
Like
Well, you talking about
like
weather
what we see as
patterns?
winter, what we call winter,
Yeah.
like towards a certain month.
Mm-hmm.
If it ends up like moving into the summer, or summer ends up moving into the winter,
Yeah.
that's like a cycle. That's what like a lot of scientists believe. Get
Yeah,
it?
I was
But
gonna-
it just takes thousands and thousands. Of
Exactly. I
years
was gonna say like
for it
yeah.
to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and we're seeing like a gradual increase of like temperature
Yeah.
after like 100 years.
Mhm.
So we're freaking out.
Yeah.
But there's some scientists say that's just natural, just a cycle. So I do believe we're making an impact on that, but it's hard to say if our impact is that big. Get it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about global warming. It's like, because when you hear global warming, like 100% of the people that, maybe 99% of the people that hear global warming think of it as like a negative thing that we're causing. And the thing is, we're probably causing it, but maybe that's the way life goes. But here's the thing: back in the day of the dinosaurs, the Earth was much hotter. And like that's how, like, it was something to do with the heat and like oxygen, the amount of oxygen in the air or whatever, that made like these dinosaurs like grow like huge, like big or whatever. And I feel like the carbon dioxide that they gave off gotta be something related or in the range of like what we give off. Maybe not as much.
I don't think it would even be close because like we have like a lot of factories and stuff.
That's true, but like they reproduce like a lot. I don't know, but the thing is,
That's true, but they weren't like making metal and like.
That's the thing. Like the reason that make us different is, to our knowledge, there's no other like being or creature that has like made smoke that's made carbon dioxide that does not come out of their body.
Right.
So it's like we're making carbon dioxide from our bodies and from machine. So it's like
I think the animal that produces the most right now is the cow.
No, that's methane, my guy.
Yeah, but
That's not carbon.
it's not carbon dioxide, but it like that's the animal that causes like the most impact naturally. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
So I don't know. Maybe we are the worst species to affect global warming or to like cause it. But I don't know. It's like since we're the worst, then we're gonna have like the biggest backlash. And I don't know
Well,
how
global
that's.
warming affects everything that we do.
Wait, what did you say?
It affects everything that humans do.
Yeah.
What we need,
Mhm.
because
But
we can't like harvest at the same time anymore. The time of the harvest would just change.
but we don't really. All right. So all right. You know how like every year, time or the dates are pushed back like a couple minutes or a couple seconds or whatever because of like the whole daytime saving and also like
Yeah.
it's not like
thing.
kind in a way, yeah. So you know how sometimes they're like, oh, we have record heat in this month. Maybe that record heat was in the month before or after, depending on how it goes. I don't know, but
Right.
maybe that record heat was in a different month, and maybe because of the amount of time that's passed, this month should have been that month or whatever. Like like it used to be we're from New York, right? So every year it feels like the cold comes later than usual
Right.
and the heat stays longer than it should or whatever. So maybe like just time, the way how we make our calendars, it feels like global warming because the seasons are consistent, but our calendars aren't. If that makes sense.
You're saying like kind of like everything is shifting
Yeah,
at the same time.
but
So it's like
but everything man-made is shifting, but nature's going at
It's all
As
pace.
yeah. But we can't really calculate exactly how June 22nd will be this year, and June 22nd will land in exactly the same period next
Okay,
year.
I see what you're saying.
But I think like even say we're not causing it, it's probably
It's
still-
still our fault. It's partly of our fault, right?
no. I mean like we still should be doing like the normal things to prevent
Yeah.
there being a bigger impact. I feel like
Yeah.
we should still be doing those
You
things
know,
because
another big
it's-
impact that
it'd be kind of just dirty. I think not doing those things, such as like separating your garbage. I feel
Mhm.
like it'll just make things worse. But I also like how like we all agreed, fuck the future kids.
I didn't agree to that.
Another big impact is with the whole the whole plastic thing. Have you seen the videos of like other countries' oceans by the beaches, like a ton of freaking plastic garbage?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like whales like
we need
washed
to,
up.
as humans, start taking care of the planet, man.
All right.
Just saying.
Do you know how like
I
speaking
think-
of taking care of the planet, have you ever like gone or seen on like YouTube or whatever, like just beaches that are like you can see the sand. That's how clean the beach is.
You mean like through the water?
Like through the water, you can see the sand below. Through the
I've
water.
actually never been to a beach like that before.
You never been to a beach like that?
Nah.
They don't have that.
I've-
They don't have that in Jamaica.
Nah.
Don't they? No, they do.
First of all, I'm just gonna say I can't swim, so I'm not gonna go in the water like that.
Yeah, me neither. But like, I go to the beach.
Yeah,
Shane.
but okay.
Yeah, I just go to the beach. I don't actually get into the water.
All right, but
anymore.
there's some places in the world you can go out like maybe 4 feet and see the bottom of the water, like
Wow.
bottom of where the sand
He's
is.
basically
Right?
saying it's really clear water.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's really clean, right? Imagine that's how Earth was, like 1,000,000 years ago, before like we started polluting it.
Like everywhere.
Like everywhere was like it could have been, right? Like unless it was like moss or whatever.
Well, like the ocean, you'll definitely not be able to
Nah.
see through it because the fact that it's so deep. That's the
Yeah.
reason.
No, not. I didn't mean like I mean like you could walk like 5 feet and like see the bottom, but then
Oh, you're
everything-
saying like every shore, everywhere.
yeah, like every shore everywhere.
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
You're probably
probably,
right.
right?
Yeah.
We can't do that anywhere in the U.S.
No.
Probably nowhere in China. Or Asia.
Maybe like there's like some Florida beaches and like San Diego beaches and stuff like that.
But you can
I
really see the.
doubt
Yeah, I think
it.
that are like really.
That are like
clear.
100% natural.
Bro, I want to say yes.
I want to say
don't
yes
know.
too, but I don't.
Expensive if it wasn't natural.
You think Thailand have that
Hell yeah, there's definitely.
clean, really?
Yeah, there's certain
really
parts.
clean?
Yeah, I feel like every country got like some certain parts that's
Probably.
like really clean.
Probably, but like everywhere, just that's like I feel like in like the ozone layer, like we're like eating that away.
I think that's like a huge.
They're fixing it.
That's a huge tourist attraction, anyways.
What, the ozone
like,
layer?
No. Nah, the whole clean water. Like, you ever seen like images like of like a vacation getaway and stuff? They always show like how clean their water is. Like, they need you to know.
Yeah.
Like, you can drink this shit.
Oh,
No.
you talked about recycling, right? Now,
Yeah.
this is a conspiracy theory that I believe in, right? Like
That
it's
Shane
it might-
doesn't recycle.
But,
Shane's the whole problem. Global
Shane
warming.
died,
It's all
and
my
like
fault.
America, like just is like 50%.
Fuck the Earth, man.
Yeah. But you said something about recycling, and I think recycling is important in a way. I think it's important, but I feel like the people that who do you think benefit from recycling the most?
The Earth.
You said the Earth, and what
The
about
Earth.
you?
I feel like it's the Earth.
The protesters.
The protesters?
I feel like they get to sleep at night.
See, I don't believe in either of those. I think that the companies profit a lot from recycling because they're getting free plastic. They're getting a bunch of plastic, a bunch of paper that they can't really reuse it, but they can like burn it or whatever they need to do with the paper, and a bunch of plastic to just easily make new products because you can't really get rid of plastic. They say.
Oh, so some of these companies are probably like pushing for that.
Yeah, like they probably get like tax breaks from like maybe using it or suggesting people recycle or whatever the case may be. I just feel like it's like it's not really a scam because it's helping people in a way, but I feel like they just profit so much. Like, you know, when you return a bottle to like Rite Aid or Duane Reade or Walgreens, those are the only retails I can really think of at the moment. But you can return it to those places, and you get 5 cents for it, right?
In New York.
In New York. But do you know that?
Freaking right.
But do you know that the beverage itself is what you're not really paying for the Coke. You're really paying for the plastic it comes in.
Right, because like the price for the actual
Like the price for the plastic and
the actual juice is
manufacturing.
probably like nothing.
Nothing. It's like the soda is nothing, but the plastic is what like makes a lot of money. And you're only getting 5 cents for a bottle when they probably I don't know, maybe they spend like 30 cents on it. I don't know what the case is, but I don't know, it just feels like it benefits companies so much. Not that I really have a problem with it because like I said, it's like helping, it's not making the streets dirty or whatever.
How about we just get rid of plastic? Just fuck it. Just use something else.
You can't. But what would you use instead of plastic?
I mean,
Something biodegradable. I don't know.
yeah, but isn't like Starbucks getting rid of straws completely, and
They are?
they're gonna
But-
make it paper straws now.
But
I
I think
that doesn't make any sense.
It might be
Well,
some
they
really
just
strong
get-
paper.
I don't think it. I hope it's not paper. I hope it's more like wood.
No, I heard it's paper straws. It's just like there's all sorts of paper. I mean, like I feel like
That's
they can
true.
make
Like
it.
wax paper.
It's not like it's
It
gonna-
could be wax paper, but then I feel like that'll cause like cancer
I mean,
because you're like sucking the wax.
Everything causes cancer.
I mean,
But if you
that's
use
the whole
wood,
thing. I mean, that's the whole thing. They're thinking like, this is, instead of like making plastic, we're gonna give some paper that causes cancer, and it's gonna, kill people off, and then those people won't cause global warming.
So here's
All I'm
I was
saying
just
is
about-
there's a finite amount of resources and an expanding amount of humans in the world.
Well,
Okay,
I was
Thanos. Okay, Thanos.
I was gonna say about the. So speaking of Thanos, right? I'm one of those people that believe like driving a car isn't bad at all, right? Using your stove or gas is not bad at all. None of that is too bad. The reason why it's bad is because too many people are doing it. That's
but
the
those
bad
are things
part.
that everybody needs to do.
No,
we
but
gotta
like-
eat and we have to go to work. Or
But we have like
we
exactly.
gotta go.
But there's billions of people in the world, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say like let's say like 4 billion people died. No, let's say like 5 billion people died and everyone used a car. Everyone that can use a car used a car.
Yeah.
We would not be impacting the world as much.
You feel so?
I feel like that, yeah.
Have you seen?
Well, not just a car, but I mean like in everyday life, like the stove, the gas, everything.
It'll still be used the same.
They're using it. The individual people is using it,
Yeah.
but that's 5 billion people gone.
Yeah, I feel like at least 1 billion uses straws.
I just like the carbon dioxide that we give out. We don't need like as much paper. We won't be cutting down as much trees. We won't have like there won't be a lot of people with cancer because of the meat that we're growing for the other 5 billion people. Like I feel like there's way too many people. Like like nature knows that there's only a limited amount of people that could be on Earth at once, and I feel like that's why the Black Plague happened, because like nature was like, nah, bro, y'all, some of y'all need a dip, like y'all are bugging right now. Like I feel like this might sound, let me not say it.
Yeah, I'll say it. There's some dirty ass people. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Dirty ass people.
But they have like limited resources. They don't have like the same water irrigation system that you have now.
True, but at the same time, are you talking about with the Black Plague, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like back then they weren't like that many. Like, all right, there was so many more like trees and less buildings around. I feel like, well, they had to be, right?
Yeah,
they had to be.
This was what? Shit, I forgot.
I don't know what time period, but it had to be less buildings, more trees.
It started in Europe, right?
Yeah,
I think it. Yeah, it started in Europe. Honestly, I feel like it didn't really. Well, it left Europe, but it didn't really like spread a lot. Maybe
it spread everywhere, bro.
No, I mean like it didn't affect. All right, it didn't affect other places as much as Europe. I don't think. I think Europe was like it got cucked. But
you think that can happen again? Like
the Black Plague?
with rats?
I feel like it will.
Nah,
it has,
I don't.
You know
think
this whole island that we live on, bro, is like filled with rats, bro. Like New York.
Yeah, but there's
New York is the worst. Like if you guys have a chance, you should watch that documentary Rats on Netflix.
I'll live.
That's
I actually
really-
live here, sir.
It's
I don't really want to see how shitty my city is.
Nah, but one of the things is they said is like one pill that used to kill a rat just a couple years ago, they need that same dosage except 1,000x to kill the same rat now.
1,000x.
That's how fast they adapt, and this is just a couple years ago to now.
That makes sense.
Wow.
That makes sense. It's
1,000x.
But it's like like with a roach. Like if you have like a spray, you can't use the same spray like for months. After a while, you're gonna have to use a different brand or like some other method.
Then they'll start
what
becoming immune.
we need to do? We need to get a whole bunch of rats, right? And there's this thing called forgot what it's called, but it's basically some gene splicing shit, right? We get those rats and we splice their DNA to where they can't reproduce. We send them out and let's just fuck up their whole, their whole shit.
Like they still have no cure for that. Like when a rat bites you. I forgot
when
what
a
it's
bite
called.
rats you.
When a bite rats you. You're fucked.
Well, what is it called now?
No, damn, I forgot the name. It's something with the L. But anyways, you taking an L regardless. Because they say like after a rat bites you, you have like I think a couple of days unless you catch it like super early.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
No, you turn into a zombie or something.
Well, you die.
But die?
Yeah,
you
you
die
can.
from a fucking rat.
Yeah,
bite?
I think with
Yeah, you can.
I think with days
shit. I
or
thought
like
you
a
would
week,
just get
a week or two.
infected.
Nah, you can die.
Yeah.
You can definitely die. But speaking about taking an
Talking
L,
about like rabies.
and
Nah, it's not rabies.
you know my favorite word that begins with an L? Rabies. Speaking of taking an L in the future, let's talk about AI for a little bit. Not the basketball player.
One of the greatest. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think he can go too far in the future and be the end of humanity? Like, do you think that we're looking
I feel
at?
So.
You feel so?
Yeah.
Okay.
The military would take advantage of, because usually that's what they do. They take advantage of certain scientific achievements and try to make it into a military type thing to take over, I guess, or quote unquote defend themselves against other countries and use it on those countries that they get into war with.
See, I want to say no, but like when people like Bill Gates and Elon Musk are both scared of the same thing and they've said it on camera before, I'll just take their word for it. They know way more about technology than I do. They're literally, it's like a legitimate fear that they have.
And for those who don't know, those two are pioneers in technology right now.
Bro, if they're watching this podcast, they know who they are, bro.
I'm just saying, there's people, there might be people like, who the fuck is Elon Musk?
Elon Musk is the guy that sent a Tesla into outer space.
Did he really?
Yeah. And we just
He
let him,
sent a Tesla into outer space.
we just let him do that. And it's
And he
like,
could have just park that in front of my apartment and be like,
Here.
yo, Jenkins, hold on to this, bro.
Yeah, I think it's going around like it's like
Oh, it's orbiting?
It's orbiting, yeah.
Wow. What do you think the mileage is?
Well, I mean, if the Earth is flat, then it probably
Yeah,
just
it probably
kinda
just went up and down. It's going up and down.
yeah.
It's not around. What are you talking about, bro? So, do you think it's gonna be like a Terminator kind of thing, or is it gonna be more of like?
So like it's crazy how fast like a computer actually learns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they say once there's the first sentient robot,
Mhm.
it could be a matter of minutes before it's already smarter than the average human.
That makes sense. Minutes? I think that's a. That's
No,
I think it's more like
it's
seconds. You
minutes
said
'cause
the
it's-
average human, bro. Like seconds.
Yeah, it
man.
might be even quicker than minutes before it already like once it has like access to all the internet,
Yeah. Mm.
it could be even quicker.
Like, how do you think it? Like you said, it has access to all of instance. How do you think it's gonna like? What do you think they would do?
What do I think it would do?
Yeah.
I think if it had access to all the internet, it would
How would it
quickly.
view us, like as humans?
But you're saying as a computer, like you don't think it's gonna turn into like the Terminator, like the Skynet kind of like it's gonna take over military weapons or like make robots or like how do you think it would take over the human race?
I think if it was sentient and there was only say just one, right?
So it's a
I don't
computer.
think
It's a legit computer, like
Yeah.
a supercomputer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, a computer. Let's say it was in the form of a human,
Okay.
right? Like
Okay.
just like a figure like that, like a
Yeah.
robot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would care that much about like starting a whole entire robot army.
Yeah.
I think it would care more about itself,
Okay.
right?
So improving
And
itself and
I think
becoming.
I think within like some really quick time, it'll figure out that these people have the power to turn me off. Let me just
So it's gonna protect itself first, really, and then.
exactly.
What about you, Shane? How do you think it's gonna like take over the world?
I'm really scared to think of something like that.
Cause I think I know really, right? If you want Tom to think.
No, I mean like if they have access to like all the internet,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it be so easily to just turn everything off? We are so
Kinda.
dependent on technology right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah.
But it would need it too.
It would need it, yeah. But I mean, like, you lock everyone else out. That's
Yeah.
what I'm assuming, yeah. So this is what I think, right? I think it can go, like, 3 ways, really. Like, the first way, I feel like it's gonna... Like you said, like, we're so dependent
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah.
I feel like if it learns everything, right? And, hey, future AI taking over the world, if you want to sponsor this podcast, you can do that. Feel free to use any of these ideas, by the way. My name's
No.
Jenkins.
Just
Alright.
just don't kill us.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
leave
we'll be
us.
alright. We're not gonna really, try to fight y'all. But here's the thing. I feel like this is the first way. If you have access to all of the internet, I really feel like it can like hack, and it knows us. They know our weakness. Blah 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 blah. I feel like they'll try to like use the military, like every military in the world, or maybe just one. Maybe they hack North Korea because like they're the easiest one to hack, or whatever the case may be, and they shoot a missile.
You shouldn't have said that.
They
That
should-
they're the easiest.
But with nuclear power
Yeah,
between
yeah.
Russia, North Korea, and like U.S., I think North Korea is the easiest. But I feel like they would like use North Korea, shoot at like Russia and U.S., and that starts like a whole thing, and like we kill ourselves.
Don't even have
Because
to go
they hacked
that
one.
far. They just have to shoot South Korea because they've been at war since like forever.
That's true, but why would you nuke like your next door neighbor? Why not go after the U.S.?
You think like say if it was only one robot and he had access to the internet,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he's right. Maybe he'll make the world kind of like end themselves, by like getting each
Yeah,
other
because
mad at
they
each other.
that's the first way. I feel like that's the main way. That's like the easiest way.
Yeah.
The other way, I feel like the uprise of like sex dolls.
Whoa.
I feel like-
what are sex dolls? Hold on. Wait, what are you talking about?
You don't know sex dolls?
Nah, what are those?
I feel like you would know the most.
I feel like you
Wait,
know
what?
the most,
Me?
bro.
What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Anyway, I feel like
I
by
mean,
like
does it not say it in the title?
what?
Like
Yeah.
what it is?
He knows what it is. He's just messing around. But I feel like by 2036, that time, like is like 40% of like the U.S. homes is gonna be there's gonna be a sex doll in it.
That's kind of creepy.
It is creepy, but at the same time, I don't know. At the same time, like maybe men getting handcuffed and fucked were weird as fuck, but now it's like normal.
Right.
Like if a girl walks
True.
in with handcuffs, you're like, "Ooh, she's into that, nice." But maybe our founding fathers would be like, "I don't know about that, Jessica. I'm a man of God or some bullshit." Like I don't know. But yeah, I feel like the since it's like 40, like iRobot, like how
Yeah.
everyone had like a robot in their thing,
Oh,
in
yeah,
their
yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah.
They just turn on them. I feel like
Yeah.
that would be like the second part, really, honestly. That's like the second hardest and like the easiest
So
to
you're
kill
saying-
individuals, maybe.
There'll be a sentient robot that would just help us, but then there's a tier that's going to be higher than that, and it'll just take over everything.
No, I don't think any robot's gonna help us if like they all
Well,
got.
that's what we do. That's what we do right now.
What if the
with
only
as far as
way to
technology
really make a
and AI.
sentient robot is to combine it with the human brain? What if
That would
that's
be
the
dope.
really?
That would be so fun.
I feel like
Well,
if
what
you
if like
just-
say somebody died and they like took his brain to use it to see if they could like create a sentient robot? I'm pretty sure there'll be like a million fails before this actually
Yeah.
happens.
but
But like, what if that was the real only way?
I think you could easily make a sentient robot with just a human though. Like if you
Easily?
just like, not easily, but I mean like if you like active, like how much percent do we use? Like 10% of our brain.
I
or
don't think that's
whatever?
real. I think that's a myth.
It might be
Yeah.
a
I don't
myth.
know.
It might be a myth, but it like all right. So you know how like half your brain is like creative and the other one is like logical or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like if they like erase like your creative mind 100% and like super boost your logic thinking or whatever, that in itself is a robot. That's what a robot is, I feel.
Right.
But anyway, that's like with the
like
sex-
so they're probably like if one robot probably had like an issue with like a human, instead of trying to work it out, like its logic would be so crazy that it would be just like, let me just end this dude real quick.
No, I feel like
and I win this conversation.
I feel like it would be more like there's no reason to argue with this human. Even if I win the argument, it benefits me in no way, and he just walks away, or she just
oh,
walks
maybe.
away.
Oh, it's not even worth the time.
Yeah, like there's no benefit to being here right now, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, like with the sex doll, that's like the second thing.
But what if it realizes if I let him go, he
might
can pull
wait.
this shit again.
He
and
can
try to
waste-
waste my time again. Let's just make sure he has no offspring.
Maybe,
Boom.
maybe. And the third thing, I just feel like they can like maybe like kill people in power and replace them mechanically. Like maybe they kill like the president.
Like a stunt double type.
Yeah,
thing?
but they're robots. I feel like that would be, instead of like killing the humans, more of like not brainwashing them, but ruling them without them knowing they're being ruled.
Maybe it's already happening.
Yeah, it could be.
I feel like a quick way is to force everybody to use a paper straw.
But who would have that type of power to make these AIs to even do shit like that? If it was happening.
The AI themselves, I feel like with the way technology is going, like it's just like we're so lazy. Like the reason why technology is so good is because we're so lazy. Like that's why we wanted the car. We didn't want to ride on horses because we gotta feed it, then we gotta clean after it. It might have offspring. We gotta raise it. We gotta make sure animals don't kill it. What if it get infected? Let's make this machine
couple
And
that
now
all we have to do is pump gas into it,
Word.
and it moves.
Now, like, people get mad, like, their computer takes like 5 seconds to start up.
Yes, exactly. Like I was
Back
like,
in my days, that shit used to take at least 5 minutes.
you see the thing, technology entered my life when I was like 12, bro. To be honest, like I wasn't one. I never.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
my
when I was-
first phone was actually a Virgin mobile phone.
See.
I was such a virgin at 12.
But yeah, I never really had the pain of like waiting for something to load. Like the first console I had.
So you never got the whole AOL, gotta go and dial up.
I didn't have internet when I was younger. There's no need.
Oh yeah, I had that. I remember
The AOL
the whole
dial-up.
disc thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever even get to try to use it?
I thought it was a disc that gave you the internet back.
Oh
in the day.
no.
Yeah,
It was
that's
just
what I thought.
service.
There was these packages like that was left at your door,
Yeah.
right? When I was younger, and it was just like a huge AOL thing. And it's like, 60 hours of internet or something
Yeah.
like that. So I used to think like this disc would give you internet, but it gave you access. You needed to actually have the Ethernet cable.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it was it was actually free for 60 hours.
Yep. But it sucked.
Yeah, it
It
made a lot
sucked.
of noise.
Yeah. And would tie up your phone because that's how you get.
Oh
to the
yeah, if
internet.
like somebody used your phone, that's it.
Oh, I know about that part.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess let's get a little bit presidential. Speaking of the future,
Yeah.
a lot of people want Kanye for president.
Kanye West, that's my boy. Musically.
Okay.
There's so many things that's wrong with that.
So you're against it?
Against
Um,
Kanye West?
I'd vote for him.
You would.
Oh my fucking
You
god!
would.
That is why Trump is in office. Like,
I'd
Nah.
vote for him.
no, that's why
Nah.
Trump's in office. Like, bro, there's so many things wrong with this dude. Son, he's dumb. He don't know what he's doing. But I'll vote for him. He got my
I'd vote for him. Well, but you gotta
At
let me
least
finish.
he's passionate, but
You gotta let me finish.
he's
Say
too
say
much.
he's running against Trump.
Yeah.
I'd vote for Kanye.
But if he's running against Trump, then he's gonna run Republican. There's no way.
You mean Democrat?
No, he's gonna
Nah,
run Republican.
I think he would run Democrat.
What?
Yeah.
I think
What?
I think he would run Democrat.
Why?
He likes freedom of speech and all that.
Oh, you know what's crazy? I was
What?
just listening to a song yesterday by Kanye. I forgot which one, but he's like, I would raise my kid would even be Republican so he could like white people. You know, something like that. You remember this?
I forgot which song it is, but yeah, I've heard it. I heard of that line before.
Yeah.
I feel like he would run Republican. There's no way.
I don't think so.
I feel like, because here's the thing, right? When he talked to Trump, when he went to the Trump Tower, whatever the case, when he met with him and like sitting down with him, he was like, he went on some talk show, and like the talk show didn't really release everything, but then they got the full clip, and the part that they didn't release was him saying, "I went there because like, if we just argue with them and just hate them, then we'll be split forever or whatever. But if we try to talk to them and come together as one, maybe we can understand each other's side or whatever." That's what he said, something along that line, but they didn't really release it, and it made Kanye look like a bad guy. So I feel like he would run Republican because he'd want to, like, I don't know, like, mend the sides or whatever the case, but honestly I feel like since he's like married to Kim,
Yeah.
and that whole family's rich or whatever,
Yeah.
they benefit from Trump. They benefit from all the tax breaks they get. Like, they
Right.
get so much tax breaks and they make so much money. There's no way that he's going to become president, become a Democrat,
I
and
still feel like
raise
he'll be a
taxes on the
Democrat,
rich.
though. Because some of the stuff that he does that's not even on camera is to help the people that are struggling.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Republicans aren't like 100% against like people with not a lot of money, of minorities or whatever the case is.
Republicans, I feel like they have everything that they do is for their own agenda,
But all right, so I just took
not for the people.
political science, so I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about. And Republican,
But I do feel like I see like what Democrats say. They're trying, like, Democrats to me are doing like a right thing, as okay, they're trying to make sure how can we solve this issue without nobody's feelings getting hurt. And Republicans to me are like, we're also trying to save the same get to the same conclusion, except let's look at this logically.
no, I feel
You know,
But-
somebody's feelings is gonna get hurt in the end of the day, no matter what.
yeah, but
very true.
the way how the Republican their whole system is more of like, they're like, all right, because America is everyone get the same opportunity, but not everyone get the same end result, right? Like the three of us have the opportunity of creating a podcast.
Right.
Another group have the same opportunity. Doesn't mean that we're both going to be successful if either of us become successful.
Right.
So Republican is more of like, all right, we're rich, we're going to try to stay rich. Like they lower their taxes or whatever they have to pay, and they say stuff like, oh, if we lower taxes, we can hire more people, then more jobs are created, and blah 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 blah.
There's so many Republicans in the lower class too.
But Democrats at the same time, they're like, if someone gets sick, it's our job.
You think some hillbilly is rich?
Hell no.
Yeah, most hillbillies are Republicans.
All right.
That's so weird.
I'll explain that after, but Democrats are like, if you get sick, it's our responsibility to try to help you, right? That's why they have like Obamacare. But Republicans are like, if you get sick, you should try to treat yourself with your own money that you made, that you have. It's not our job to make you feel better or make you get better. That's why they're trying to like get rid of Obamacare. So it's more of like,
right.
Democrats
I actually don't like Obamacare though. I think it's stupid. Cause,
really?
Yeah.
You 100%
for a person that like, you know, I didn't have insurance before. I didn't have to pay money every year. Now I have to pay around $700
a year
because I don't have insurance. Before, if I don't have insurance, I don't have insurance. It's up to me.
But here's the thing, right? Like, I understand that argument was like, oh, if you don't have insurance, then you have to go get it. Like I like, to be honest, I like that because I'm young, and honestly, a lot of times I feel like I'm not gonna get hurt, but I probably will get hurt. Yeah. And even if I do get hurt, I probably won't go to the doctor. To be fair, right?
Right.
But there's some people out there that need to go to the doctor and they don't have insurance, and then when they do get hurt, they pay so much thousand. Like for you, you say you pay $700, right?
Yeah.
You could easily change that if you just call and be like, "Hey, can I just have?" You can literally ask for any insurance you want. Like, "Hey, can I just have an insurance?" Like you could just do that. I don't know the number,
but it'll cost money. Like Shane through our job pays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll come out to more than $700 a year.
Not really.
Yeah.
Because we have the same job, and I just got insurance.
Yeah, but you got it.
Huh?
You got it through them, the job, or you got
No. You don't have to get it through the job. You could ask for your own insurance.
Yeah, you got it separately.
Yeah.
And you don't pay as much.
I don't pay anything.
Wait, you don't pay anything?
No, if you don't have insurance, you have to pay.
No, but you have to understand, you and I are in a different tax bracket.
That's true, but I'm pretty sure you will pay less than $700, to be honest. And you don't have insurance, so if you do get hurt, you're paying more anyway.
It was more. Like, I tried to get it throughout work, and I think it's less for you, but for me, it was like around 100-something per paycheck.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure about that? But you don't have to get it from work. That's what I'm saying.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, for me, that was the cheapest option. I tried to get it out. Like elsewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's why I ended up
expensive as fuck.
No, I know that. But I'm saying like
that's why I ended up like I was I was thinking about should I get it through work or not, and then I just chose like, you know what, screw it, I'll take the penalty fee every year.
Damn, must suck having a lot of money. Anyway.
I don't have a lot of money, it's just a freaking bracket.
No, I know. But yeah. Anyway, we got off from like talking about Kanye for president. I wouldn't support him at all.
Yeah, but you're telling me.
I want to know who the other contenders are first before I.
But you're telling me you don't want to see Kim Kardashian as your first lady?
No, I do not.
She would be the hottest. Yeah, she would be the hottest first lady.
One Nation.
No.
And I would get
under
to see
Kim's ass.
There's no way, bro.
I would want to be under that ass.
Our first lady was in a porno. I don't really know about that. Like
our
that's
first
like
lady wasn't in a porno.
Melania?
Wasn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was.
Was she really?
No, or did she do some modeling?
Was it modeling?
Nah,
She was
I
a
think it was
model.
modeling.
I thought
She was a model. I don't know about any porn.
Nah.
Or pornographic modeling.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I,
thi-
don't
I
think
think
so.
so. But you gotta understand though, Kim is not just a porn star. She's the most popular porn star.
Yeah, but she's also a businesswoman.
Yeah, and she only had one video, and it was bad quality.
Video. She made that much progress with her life.
It was bad quality. I studied it a couple times.
Bro, I saw it once, and then I saw the head game, and I'm like, this shit's whack. I'm gonna move on. I could give better head. Fuck that.
You talking about Ray J's head game, right?
No, I didn't see.
Whoa.
I didn't see him give head. I just saw her.
Nah,
give head.
I don't think he did. He's not that. He's not like that. He
Yeah.
doesn't respect the woman.
So
Whammies.
So I wouldn't support him because I don't believe in a second Donald Trump, and I want to keep the streak of black guys we have in office to be 100% dope.
I kind of agree with that. With that second.
I don't really want people to be like right now. You can't say anything bad about Obama. You could just say like, all right, maybe he forced Obamacare on people, but then at the same time, that was really for the better of like people. Like there's people out there that like
Yeah.
they go out, they get hurt, they go to the doctor, they don't pay their bills, and they're in debt.
Well, that's
whatever.
only one aspect. He did like so many great things.
Yeah, he did
besides-
so many. No,
besides-
I'm trying to look at all the bad stuff because that's what
Right,
people
right.
focus on.
Right.
But yeah, I that's why like here's the thing. Like I'll be honest, I didn't know who Trump was really. Like I'm not really into like celebrities, right?
Right.
But I knew a little bit about Hillary, and it's like before the whole voting thing, or before 6 months after. All right, in hindsight, I probably would have voted for Hillary, maybe, but at the time I was gonna vote for I would have voted for Trump because I didn't want the first lady, the first woman president, to be her.
Right.
What do you think was wrong?
What?
Because-
with her?
Dude, she's so bought out. Like nothing she does is for her, like herself. You know what I mean? Everything is like a huge company agenda. Like she
Yes.
gets paid for her speeches, like in the 6-figure range
That's why.
What?
for like 1 hour of talking.
That's well, Obama got it too. Then he got like 400,000 for talking at a But this was after he was
After he became president.
after he finished being president.
After he finished being president.
Yeah,
I
like-
mean, I guess that's alright.
While Trump was in, yeah, that's fine because
Yeah.
you're no longer like
Yeah.
running the country, so
You need
make
to
your
sell-
money.
Yeah,
But
True.
but who knows? Like anything that she's saying, who knows? Like
Exactly.
who's backing it?
th-
Like you know what I mean?
this is the reason why I would have voted for Trump, right? And there's a lot of people that would probably hate me for saying this or disagree with me, but I really feel this way. Hillary's really bought out. Like I honestly believe that. 1, 2, she lies a lot. 3, like the email things. Like she deleted so many emails, and there's still a lot that she kept, and the ones that she kept were bad. So imagine the one that she deleted. And the biggest reason of all is because I really did not like her husband at all. Cause he did this. Wasn't he like responsible for the he was responsible for the like putting crack in like the black community and like framing a lot of like the police framed a lot of black people, and like when he went into office, the amount of black people in jail like rose up like by over 100%.
Was this proven or is like by
No,
statistics?
like
By
statistics.
statistic when he was
When he
president.
went into office, like
Yeah.
they shot up. Like the amount of black people in jail, like
I did not know about that.
because like I learned this in high school through like Black History or whatever. I don't even know, but I learned it in high school where like in jail they make jail makes so much money. It's ridiculous. Like jail is like a corporation, bro. Like they're building so many jails. Like every like 10 jails they make, they probably make like one school, bro, to be honest. Like the bread that you eat is made in jail. The workers get like what? If you get paid 25 cents, that's like high in jail. Like that's a lot of money in jail if you get paid 25 cents.
Right, you're talking about like labor wise.
Yes, labor.
So they're using labor.
Yeah, they use labor for like if it's made in America, like you know how they have like, all right, if it's made in China, it's because it was made cheap and the workers there get paid dirt crap, right? If it says made in America and it's dirt cheap, it was made in jail, bro. Like just because it's made in America doesn't mean like the working conditions that made it were like high or good or whatever.
That's what I thought.
So
Like
no,
quality stuff.
no, it's not.
Well, so what type of stuff? Do you know like what type of stuff is?
Well, I know
being
like
made?
all right, so bread, I know like pastry is like a big thing. I forgot what else, but like it's not like a specific thing with anything really. It's more of like literally everyday products or made in jail. Like shoes are also made in jail. Some shoes, I think jeans for sure are made. Like, is it Old Navy? I don't want to put out a wrong thing, but I don't know if it's like Old Navy or.
I will not buy Old Navy.
That's why I don't want to say if it's an Old Navy. I don't want to put out a name out there, but I could Google it. But if you Google products made in jail or brands made in jail, you'll see a lot of brands that you like, bro.
Damn.
Like for real. Like that shit is ridiculous. Like the amount of like they get crap food, they get bad wages in jail.
That's not cool.
And I think he's the one that made the policy if you get like 3 on your third is it misdemeanor? On your third something.
Some sort of strike.
Yeah, third strike, you're in jail no matter how small it is. Like while my teacher was saying that, like a couple guys, because there was a lot of guys in my high school that have already been to jail.
Oh,
right. Not a lot. I shouldn't say that. It made me look like I go to a bad school. But there were a couple of guys in my class that were already in jail, and they were like, "Yeah, this is what happens." And she was talking about it. And basically, people that they've learned from told them that's how the system works. That's why a lot of black kids are in jail because like police use the system against them. You don't have to go to jail. Like if you get caught smoking weed, a cop could let you go.
Damn, we should bring somebody that we know that went to jail onto the podcast.
Do you actually know somebody?
We do know that started working with us just recently.
Wait, the new person or the old person?
The new person.
The new person?
The new person.
Dreads?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
We could ask
I feel like he'd be open to talk about it.
I mean, it's up to him. But yeah, like bro. Like
that's
it's
later on though.
Yeah.
Like the person that I was, even in my college class, there was someone that went to jail. He was like, "Yeah, it's really bad." He's the one that told me like 25 cents.
Right.
Oh, he was at Rikers Island, and my professor, volunteers at Rikers Island. The one at the time, he was like, "Yeah, that's a real thing. Like, 25 cents is a lot of money there. Just imagine 25 cents. Like, that's probably
per hour.
Yeah, per hour.
Damn.
Yeah, that's like good money." He said, like, you could buy your cigarettes or whatever with that. But all the money that you make in, like, a whole week.
Cigarettes for 25 cents, not bad.
No. Like,
I would say, like, you add it up to, like, say, like, $1 or $2, and then you could buy one cigarette.
Yeah.
Right? They'll pass you, like, one cigarette.
Probably, yeah.
Damn.
And they will probably get the cigarette from somebody, right? Some connect.
Yeah. So, it's, like, ridiculous how...
Probably a guard.
Definitely a guard.
But that's how I feel, bro. I just feel like... I really didn't like Hillary's husband, so I really didn't want to see him in office again. I didn't want to see her in office.
What did you think about what's his name? Bernie
Sanders? I would have voted for Bernie.
Yeah, I like Bernie.
I feel like she kind of like messed him up.
Yeah.
I feel like they rigged something. Like he was like winning for so much, and then she had said something sneaky or whatever, and then the next time they did polls or whatever, he wasn't doing as well. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what, but
I like that time. There was a lot of good memes on the internet.
No Bernie Sanders.
About Bernie feeling the burn.
Feel the burn.
he definitely feeling the burn now.
That's my dude, bro. That would have been a second Obama in office. That would have been lit.
If he made the full term.
What do you mean? Wow.
That's
wow. But he might do though.
Would you think he would run again, or he's? Yeah, I'll just call it.
He's
just that old now. Like he's become too old.
I feel like to become president, this is like the age thing is dumb. Like you have to be a certain age. What is it, like 45 or something like that?
How would you feel if Trump won? If he got reelected?
Oh no, I'm definitely leaving the country. I'm going back to the islands.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Bro, I am gone.
So many people said that.
No, I'm being serious though.
Bro, that will enforce.
I'm marking your words down.
No, bro, do you know the amount of like toxin and shit that's gonna be in the air? Like he you know how Obama came and he told companies you can't dump straight into the ocean anymore. You gotta.
Yo, he ended the Paris Agreement, right?
Yeah.
Bro, like
that took like forever to like
Nah,
get made.
No, I'm gone, bro, for real. Like your boy's out. Right, this podcast is done.
Nah, we moved to the Caribbean.
Okay.
Jamaica, Bermuda.
They got clean water, right?
in
On
Caribbean.
the shore.
Yeah, but you can't drink it.
Hell no.
It's salt water.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to drink it. I'm
No.
just trying to look at it.
Oh, we're just trying to look at the ground. Let's go to a
You
lighter
got
topic.
dope rivers. You know.
Let's go to a
Wanna drink the
a
water.
lighter topic.
Rivers are aight.
Let's talk about sports for a little bit.
All right. All right.
Well, that's a segment on sports. Let's go to.
No inputs. Nobody has any input.
You watch? Do you watch
Oh, my
basketball
God.
a lot, or what team? What's your favorite team?
I stopped watching it. I mean, it used to be the Knicks.
What's your team at the moment?
I don't know. I'm a bandwagoner.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so like I would
Who,
say
alright, who's your favorite player?
I'd say like I like
Just say LeBron and the Lakers.
No,
Just
no,
say-
no. I don't like LeBron, but I also think he's the best in the
Okay.
NBA.
I feel you.
Right? Kobe was my favorite player of all time
Mhm.
before,
Seriously?
right? When he
Wow.
wasn't retired. But
When he wasn't
That
what?
makes a lot of
Retired?
crazy plays.
yeah, when he wasn't retired.
This was like in the early 2000s, right? Well, that's when I started watching them.
Yeah. I'll have to say right now, either one of the Splash Brothers, Curry, Curry or Thompson.
Word.
Yeah,
I'm Thompson.
yeah.
That's my man's. I love Thompson, bro. Like, here's the thing with me. All right, I'll go into you. What's your favorite
Player right now?
player
Or
and team? So you're the Warriors fan? Or
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a
Well,
Warriors
I've
fan.
jumped a lot of ships. Like at first, when I first started watching basketball, I started watch what's the Celtics.
Mhm.
Then it was the Heat. Then it's the Lakers. Now it's just I don't care anymore. I just want to see the game.
Yeah, but like, if you like, you don't have a favorite player or team at the moment. If you don't, you don't have to make one up.
Favorite player. I don't really have a favorite player right now.
All right, no team
Or-
either. Right?
No.
All right, that's fine. You can
I
be
just-
lame. It's fine.
I
I don't want to say LeBron James. 'cause
You
that's
can.
like-
You can literally say.
everybody.
I-
choose
So
LeBron
what?
James.
No, here's the,
everybody drinks water.
yeah, but you can. Everyone could choose LeBron because if he's a good player, then you can choose him. That's like saying who's your favorite. What's that group that Beyonce was in?
Destiny.
Yeah, what's your favorite Destiny Child? Everyone's
All
gonna say
of them.
Beyonce. Oh, well, I don't know anyone else other than Beyonce.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was the group name. I thought that was a whole person.
You don't have to think. You don't have to make. You don't have to force yourself. But me,
I
was
like the. All right, can I just say the people that I liked?
Okay.
Uh,
Right now though.
Oh, right now,
Yeah.
damn. I don't know. I don't even know if they play anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Yao
Um,
Ming. Yao Ming.
Yo.
Nah, well, when
Jeremy
Rondo-
Let's go into baseball. Hideki Matsui.
I don't know baseball. You
That's
lost me.
Yankees.
I don't
But
know.
I'm with you with the Splash Bros. I love Klay Thompson, bro. Like that's my favorite
Yeah,
player.
Clay's my dude. Yeah.
Because, like, the thing. All right, the players that I like are not flashy players. They're players that I would want to play on the same team with.
They're
like-
team oriented.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't like a lot of people like Curry. I wouldn't want to play with Curry.
He's a ball hog.
I feel like he's a ball hog, but Curry and I play really similar. I'm not saying like I'm a Curry, but our mindset are really the same. Like the way how they play is like Curry usually like gives up the ball, and he don't go off unless his team needs him to.
Right.
Like he usually really gives it up and just runs around. That's how I play. Like if the team's doing good, y'all can play. But if y'all really like messing up, I'll take over. That's how he plays.
Okay.
Like I love to play with Klay. I love to play with Draymond because he's more of like he don't care about scoring. He just wants
To win.
to get the bucket, no matter who gets the bucket. Like I like people like Curry's like I'll get the bucket. Don't worry about it. I got this.
Damn.
KD too. I wouldn't want to play with KD.
I really like Draymond. For as much like flack that he gets,
Yeah.
I really like Draymond. I feel like just because he fouls a lot, I mean, it's better because they're legitimate fouls than, you know, if you're gonna foul somebody,
Yeah, you have to foul him hard. That's
foul,
You have to, 'cause
foul
then-
him hard, or else
Or
they're gonna call the foul regardless.
and they're gonna
Like,
get an and one.
yeah.
You're gonna look dumb. But the reason why I like Draymond over LeBron, right? If LeBron's on my team, I have a higher chance of winning than with Draymond. But the way how LeBron plays, LeBron is like, he plays a little bit like James Harden, where he'll go towards the rack, and if you get double or triple, he dish it out, right?
Mhm.
Draymond is like, he's looking for the cutter, so I don't have to like, if I put in effort, I'll get the ball. With LeBron, it's like, if he can't make the bucket, he'll throw it out, and I might get the ball. That's how it's kind of weird like that, but I don't know. Plus, I wouldn't want to play with LeBron because of all the subs he'd be throwing out and shit. Like, my team need to know how to play better. I need to play
So
people that want to
LeBron
win.
isn't as aggressive as trying to go for the point.
I know. I
versus
believe that. I
Draymond.
believe that line though.
What?
Those people that in his team, like every team that he goes to, I feel like nobody really wants to win besides Kyrie.
I mean,
I feel
D-Wade
like
wanted to.
they just kind of want to be there for the check.
I don't
like-
know. I mean, like, I feel like they wanted to win before, but this year they knew they couldn't win, so they didn't really.
Well,
try.
that's 4 years now, right? That it's been Warriors and
Cavs, yeah.
Cavs.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, what? Yes, Cavs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next year it's gonna be Warriors and Lakers.
I don't know.
LeBron. That's where LeBron's at.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Who's
Like,
in the
LeBron-
Lakers right now that could
LeBron's-
like pull up against? you
And,
know,
and like it's like, come on, Warriors are gonna make it. They got KD now. Too.
No, we know.
It's like,
but they have I know what you mean. Not KD, but they have Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, the best center in the game before injury.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he was on the
On-
Pelicans last year.
Yeah. Wait, he's in Warriors now.
Okay, never mind.
I
Yes,
didn't-
he's on the Warriors.
I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah,
bro.
he went for like $5 million for 1 year
Oh, nice.
because he got injured. So like other teams wouldn't really give him a lot of money, or he didn't. He said he didn't receive any offers, which I don't believe at all. Because it's 30 teams. You're telling me you didn't get a single offer better than $5K. But I feel him. Maybe he got like $10K or $20K. But
$5 mil.
he feels like he's.
Talking about Mil.
Yeah, my bad. Maybe he got like.
You're mad.
Hey, buddy, you want to play for $5K?
God.
Bro, I wouldn't even. I want to be a basketball player if they beg me to.
But I feel like a team probably offered him like 10 million or 15 million, but he feel like he's worth 40 or 35 million. And I feel him
Do you
because
think so? He's
I
worth
think
that
so.
much?
I feel like he's the best center. That's my favorite center in the game.
I wouldn't say 40. I would say 10.
What?
10.
10 million?
Yeah, because like
What, Tim?
so some of
the
this,
year?
there's like a lot of people that's been in the game for a while, just as good, if not better, making like around 40.
Better than DeMarcus Cousins. Do you know what DeMarcus Cousins is?
He's at Pelicans. Dude, that was in the Pelicans.
Yeah. He was on the Kings first.
Oh, I didn't know he was on the Kings.
You're thinking of Anthony Davis, the guy with the eyebrow?
I need to see a picture. I know who Anthony Davis is.
Oh, but you know who DeMarcus Cousins is?
Maybe I just got DeMarcus Cousins mixed up with somebody else.
feel like you have, because I don't know. You want to look it up? You can look it up. But
Anyways.
he's like, in my opinion, right? He's the best center. The best center in the game.
So who else is making like 40 mil then?
KD, Steph, I think James Harden. Is it 40? Maybe I might be.
So you
doing it
compare-
more.
you
Maybe it's
compare-
like 35, but still.
So you compare him
Would I compare him to who?
to everybody you just named? Okay, yeah, that's not who I
That's
have in
not who
mind.
you're talking about? Oh, okay. Because he was definitely making more than 10K last season. 10 mil. Hey, both facts are right. He was making more than 10K.
Yeah.
But he was making more than 10 million last season. Like, he got injured right before the playoffs, so he couldn't play. Like, he got an Achilles, and like apparently no NBA player came back from an Achilles injury. Has never been as good as they were before the injury, like Kobe or other people that I don't know. But yeah, I feel like here's the thing, right? You might be like, well, would you really think he's Steph Curry? Would you compare to Steph Curry, or would you compare to KD?
Right.
I wouldn't, right? But that doesn't mean he can't get max contract. Because in my opinion, there's teams out there that they would pay you a max contract for like many reasons. Maybe three main reasons. The first one, they want to win. So they pay the max contract as the best player. They get the best center. Maybe they can build around that center. Or they can get a max player. They can get him, pay him max money, and he can fill out seats. They make money.
Right.
Or three, they really, because the rule in the NBA is like they have to spend a certain amount of money. And instead of giving a trash player the max contract, they can give a really, really, really good player the max contract. Even if it's for that 1 year, so they could like fulfill the contract agreement with the NBA or whatever. Because they have to pay a certain amount. That's why.
Then maybe you're right. Maybe like it is a lie. He definitely got more offers.
He has because all right, right now there's another guy on the, what's that basketball team that's in Philly? The 76ers, right? You know of the center, Embiid? You've heard of him? All right. So they have a center named Embiid. I think this is like his second year or third year, and like he's really good, right? But the thing is, like he can like the thing with centers is that they don't really shoot a lot of threes. They're more for like rebounds and all that. DeMarcus can shoot threes really well. He can pass the ball really well, and
Like
he have
some
handles
Like
for a
Dirk?
big dude. Like he can cross you up.
Wow.
Centers can't do that. Centers aren't supposed to do that.
So he's definitely.
So
worth
he's
the
worth
35 mil.
he's worth the max on any team. But I feel like a lot of teams are giving him like 10K because
Mil.
10 million because this season he can't do the whole season because he have to come back from the injury.
Right.
So he's gonna come back in February, and a team don't want to give you more than 10 million, no matter how good you are, for like 3 months. 3 months and the possibility that you get good, right?
Right.
So a lot of teams are probably like 10 and 15.
So I see their side too then.
So instead of him taking an extra 5 million and going to a bad team, maybe he takes the 5 million less, goes to the best team, and win a ring for 1 year.
Right.
And when he's healthy again and he's putting up numbers again, next season he goes to a good team for a max contract, and he got a ring this year. That's what I feel.
Right. So he'll probably get it then.
Hopefully, I like him. The thing is, like, he's like in the NBA. He's like he got like the most technical fouls for like yelling.
really?
Like he have an anger problem, and I kind of like that because it's like a lot of times like I feel him. Like he's so big and so strong.
That's why I like Draymond.
Yeah, like he's like that's what people are scared of in Golden State. That him and Draymond are and KD, because KD got most of the technicals last year. Like 3 of them are gonna make the team go in technical like trouble or whatever.
Oh.
Because when if you get 2 technicals, you're out the game.
Yeah.
So like if the whole team, if half your superstars are out the game, you ain't
That
got.
happened the year that
That actually happened.
the Warriors lost.
Yeah.
Draymond got
Mhm,
he wasn't there
exactly.
for like one of the games, and then like they
Exactly.
lost completely. I still believe if Draymond was there,
That's 4 rings.
yeah, I think Warriors would have won that year.
That's 4 rings. But yeah, I don't know. I really like him. I'm happy. Like I made a joke like he was going to the Warriors like 2 years ago, and it actually came true. So I'm happy.
Yeah. So what do you think about the whole like, oh, you like them because they got an all-star team? Is not fair.
Bro, they didn't break any rules.
Yeah,
They didn't.
that's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
All right then. What's next argument? That's I'm sorry your team is in like Minnesota. Why would there's a lot of people that want to go live in Minnesota, right? Yeah, like everyone? No one want to go to live in Minnesota. 1.
Exactly.
2, y'all got no one there right now.
They're playing the whole, oh, it's not fair. You got to look at it as fair.
That's too
Wow,
bad.
That's such a dumb argument because it's just like
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
it's just a
to have
team
just
playing
one super
smart
team-
for
Like-
themselves.
Like look at
Doesn't it
Cle-
make the game stale though?
What?
I'm just saying, just
What?
to have one super team that's like
No,
most
because-
likely
alright.
going to win.
You
every
think
year.
the Warriors is a super team, right?
Yeah.
You think so.
Yeah.
But
I see
look-
his argument. His argument is the same argument that a lot of people use. It gets boring, but they're not seeing it from the team's perspective. They're trying to win. They're not
Exactly.
trying to entertain you.
exact but the thing is with you said the super team, right?
Yeah.
What do you think there's any other super team in the league right now?
Right now,
Mhm.
not that I know of.
No? Okay. So look at the Rockets, right? The Rockets were up 3-2 to the Warriors. They just need to win one more game, and that's it.
Yeah.
But Chris Paul got injured. That's their point guard.
Okay.
He got
quotation.
Injured. No, he really did. Right? So, Warriors won. If he didn't get injured, maybe Warriors lost. Now, if the Warriors lost, is it still an issue that they're a super team? Even though they lost to the Rockets?
No.
All right,
if
then.
anything,
So then-
it'll make them show them that.
Exactly. So if their point guard didn't get injured, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So maybe
Right.
let's see how they go. Let's see how this year goes. The Rockets aren't as good anymore because they lost a lot of good players. Well, they lost 2 good players, right? Now, we can also look at the Celtics, one of your favorite teams.
Yeah.
The Celtics have like they have a better bench than the Warriors, and their starting lineup is almost as good as the Warriors. And last year they had the best defense in the NBA. And this year they're getting better because they didn't have their main forward and their main point guard, Kyrie. You've heard of Kyrie, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Kyrie's in
Kyrie.
my top 5.
So Kyrie's coming back healthy this year, and so is I forgot his name, the other dude.
Damn, if they got Kyrie in the Warriors, it would be over.
Huh?
If they had Kyrie in the Warriors,
On the Warriors?
no. It'd be over.
I don't think so.
It wouldn't work, but like it'd be over.
Like if Kyrie went to the Warriors instead of Steph, it wouldn't work. I feel like Steph is the most important player,
Right.
in my opinion. I feel like I feel like that.
Nah,
You don't believe
What does he
so?
do?
No, but like,
What does he do?
what?
All right, podcast over. Get out. Get out.
Dude, ball hog or not?
Bro,
He's my man's firing in those threes like nothing.
This is what Steph does, right? And the way how basketball is played today, right? The court, how much you can spread the court, the game become easier. Because if you spread the court, one, you can drive into the paint easier. Now with the 5 starting lineup, everyone can shoot. No one needs to be in the paint.
Yep.
Right? Everyone can shoot. If one person drives, you have to help that one person that's getting drived on. Someone's open. If you don't help him, that's an easy layup or easy and one. Because it's hard to guard someone who's running straight to the bucket without any help. That's why you need a center there. Now, Curry spreads the floor more than any other player. Just because of where he shoots the ball from. He shoots from like 5 feet behind the 3 if he wanted to.
Wow.
So he spreads the floor so much. One, Clay, as soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone. It's in the bucket.
This gives like so much time.
KD, there's no player in the NBA that can guard KD one-on-one.
Yeah.
Or, LeBron one-on-one. Iggy kinda did it, but it's harder to guard KD, to be honest.
You don't think James Harden
Could what?
could guard KD?
You being serious?
Yeah.
I think so.
He don't play defense at all. Are you thinking of the wrong person?
Nah, beard dude.
Yeah, he don't play defense.
Ever?
No, he don't. He let you go to the rack. like he just throws out a red carpet and like, here you go. Make sure you don't miss, because then I'll have to try to get the rebound, and that would suck. It's really hard to guard DeMarcus Cousins because, like I said, centers aren't really good at guarding people with handles. Unless it's like there's like maybe 3 centers in the game that could guard big men with handles. And they're not really in the West for the Western Conference Finals. So we can't really count them. And who's the 4th person? Oh, Draymond. Draymond, maybe you can leave Draymond open to help out with the
Draymond's
shooting.
good with threes too.
He's all right with threes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like if you leave him open, like he might make it.
Yeah.
But he's the one with the lowest chance of making it.
His
Cousins.
percentage is still high though, at least, right?
Well,
making...
I don't know if it's
I
high.
like Livingston too.
Oh, that's the guy I hated the most, bro.
Really? But he got good.
No, he's a good player.
You leave him open, he'll make the 3.
He don't really take threes, but he probably
does.
can.
Yeah, he does.
But the thing with Sean Livingston, like I hated him because like when I first started watching him like 3 years ago, everyone on the team was shooting threes except him. He loved that mid range.
Yeah.
He loved being right next to the paint and like pulling up and shit. I mean, that's fine. Like his percentage is ridiculously high.
Yeah, not tall and skinny.
But I don't know. I just didn't like him. I like him now because I'm a little bit smarter with the game. But I didn't like him at first, to be honest.
Damn, nobody's listening anymore because we went mad long. We made sports the longest.
All right, let's go to esports. Let's switch it up. Let's go to electronic sports.
Yes.
Should they be a real sport?
First of all, what is esports for people who don't know what it is? I feel like people
I
don't.
just said electronic sports, but it's fine. Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right, fuck me.
No, explain
Please.
it. Explain it.
I feel like electronic sports is basically sports for video games. It's consoles like you got Counter-Strike, Overwatch. Is there a Fortnite?
There's a Fortnite.
There is?
Mhm.
You're saying a
Seriously?
competitive.
Yeah,
thing.
competitive
Competitive
scene.
gaming, yeah.
Yeah, for
So I can go in that a little bit. Let's use Overwatch a game, as an example. Overwatch is a game where there are 20-something characters, and you can choose any of the characters. There's a team of 6 on each side, and you're trying to protect something, transport something, or attack something. In esports, there's
First, what do you think it is, though?
What?
Do you believe it's a sport?
I believe it's a sport.
Okay.
I believe it is sports too.
Same.
I believe it's a sport because of like the amount of effort it takes to become good. Like anyone can play the game, but there's not a lot of people that can be like
I feel like
really
every
good.
game, every sport is a whole bunch a
No,
strategy.
I feel
It's
no,
like a
no, no,
strategy.
I think the word is to be consistent.
Mhm.
Because you could have a really good game.
Yeah, exactly. Consistently good. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way how Overwatch is right now, there are teams on Overwatch just like there are in the NBA. There are teams from different parts of the world. Like Overwatch is like a global game, right? So there's teams in Korea, US, Europe, all of them have like teams, a bench, and coaches, which is ridiculous. Like that's how crazy it is. It's even been on ESPN for the finals, and it's been in Barclays Center for the finals. If you don't know what Barclays Center is, Google it.
I don't know. I feel like
Barclays Center, for the record, is where the Nets play. By the way,
I feel like if ESPN is doing all that, like it's hard to debate that it's not a sport.
yeah, like it takes
Nah,
you have to practice it.
Some people think it's just a damn video game. It's nothing.
Yeah, I guess those
Well,
people
it
that
is a
plays a
video
lot
game,
of
but
sport,
still.
like physical sports. It must be those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, would you count chess as a sport?
I would.
You would, right?
Yeah.
I count chess as a sport in a way. I'm trying to think of like a sport that I don't know.
Requires
Poker?
no strategy. I don't
No,
think.
No,
it
no,
is.
poker requires a lot of strategy. Never mind. Take that back.
Poker is a sport.
Isn't it a game of chance though?
Not really, because then you really have to like practice like your poker face. Like you have to be able to
No,
read
I get you,
people.
I get you.
You have to read people. You have to see like, all right, this guy folded. Maybe he didn't have this, or maybe he had that specific card. What are the chances that this hand beat that hand? This hand have a 50% chance of, not 50 because you need the other hand to see your chances, but this hand have a really good chance.
So then
of
that would make
winning.
every game, a video game, a sport, right?
Nah.
Not really. Like I
Why not?
I would not consider Monopoly a sport really. Like games like that.
Oh, Monopoly is a good one.
I don't think
I
I
guess.
wouldn't consider Monopoly a
Yeah,
sport.
maybe you're right. Because that is really
That's
is all
literally
chance.
chance.
That's literally all
That's
chance.
literally chance and bragging rights. That's all that is. Like I would consider like checkers, chess. Those type of games.
Right.
Like the thing
Damn,
is,
is Monopoly the only one?
No, because at the same time I feel you with the poker. Because this is what I think a game is, right? I believe like a sport, a game that you can consider a sport is something that when you start the game and when you end the game, when you start the game, every single time you start the game, it starts the same way. And it can end in a different result every time.
Okay, so then does it have to have teams to be a sport?
It doesn't have to be because tennis.
So like Tetris will be a sport.
No, because that is a CPU and Tetris. I wouldn't say Tetris because it does not.
Do you need like a certain level of thinking?
You do, but Tetris doesn't start the same way every time. Like for it to be competitive sports, it has to be equal for everyone.
But
Like,
maybe
alright.
it is equal though. Like
All right, so let's say we're both playing Tetris, right? Let's say we're playing on a screen that neither of us can see the other screen, so we don't copy each other, and the exact same amount of Tetris blocks are falling at the exact same time in order. Not the same time, but in order, because you can
Right.
speed down how fast Tetris comes out.
it's not fair.
I don't think it's fair because maybe it is fair.
Somebody might start off different.
No, they're all like the amount of
Say the exact block. Is
the
the
exact
same.
blocks are coming in the exact same order.
Okay.
But you can speed it up if you want. That's how Tetris is played.
Yeah.
Like, see how the L comes down like this, like it ticks
Yeah.
down? You can speed down the L so it comes down right away, so you can get to the next one.
Yeah,
But the next one is the same for both people.
yeah,
So it's fair.
yeah. It's still fair.
But I feel like every time you play Tetris, it's not the same. Tetris cannot be the same every time. Because if it's the same every time, you could just practice that, and then you could just be like, all right, L's coming down. Then L's going to be here in the next 3 blocks. So I'll just keep this L over here so I can pair it with the other L. So it'll cancel out. You get it?
Right.
It's like,
So then it like, but then basketball is not the same every time.
no, literally every time you start basketball, the ball goes straight up in the air, and whoever gets it, that's it.
That's the start.
That's the start.
But then that's the same thing with Tetris.
No, because a different block
there's
sport-
rules in like sports. Tetris,
block
there's
is gonna
no
come down
rules in sport. There's no
every time.
rules in Tetris.
Like I'm saying, like the Tetris one, it can start off with like a 4 block, then an L block,
Yeah.
or it can start off with the.
But it's different every time.
It's different every
Right.
time. I feel like you need some consistencies for it to be competitive. I guess it can be competitive. You know what? It can be because I don't know. I feel like you need consistency. Like you need. I don't know. It's Tetris is a weird one because you don't really play against someone else.
Right, you
But
just
you-
play for a score.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but you can play for the highest score. It's kind of weird. It's because Tetris was not made to be multiplayer. It was for a single player experience.
I mean, like, so a game like Grand Theft Auto couldn't be competitive. There's no reason for it to be. It wouldn't be a sport.
Grand Theft Auto is
It
different.
wouldn't be
I
a
feel
sport,
like it's a free.
But it's still a game, though.
It's like a
GTA is more of like I feel GTA is more of like a
It's like a free roaming
it's a
thing.
Sandbox.
I'm trying to think of a specific word where no fucks given simulator. That's what I feel it is.
Hmm.
All the things that you would want to do but can't do.
Get a
I don't-
hooker, then kill her.
Exactly. Like
But like, okay, so I would say most games are sports. I would say most games.
I
are
wouldn't say
sports.
most games because I think most games are single player games.
Okay.
But most multiplayer, I would say most multiplayer
Most multiplayer games are sports, if not all.
games are. Yeah, I would say that they can become sports games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on the base.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Because then you can-
Definitely
people that plays
Uncharted
it.
is not.
Because
A sport.
because fall back on the. Let's go back to the.
Overwatch.
No, let's go back to the consistency. Remember how we said with Tetris, it has to be consistent? Maybe it doesn't have to be consistent. Maybe it could just have. Maybe the rules are it has to be equal for everyone involved. So, like, if Tetris, like I was saying, like it starts off with like a 4-piece block like this,
Yeah.
and then the long L. Once everyone have those same things in the same order, maybe it could be competitive.
Right.
Once it's just not that same order every time, because then
Right.
people can learn the order, right? Because I'm thinking of Fortnite, and Fortnite is not consistent at all with the loot and all of that kind of stuff. Every time you fall, it's different.
Yeah.
So maybe
And
consistency.
that definitely, I think, should be considered a sport.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're not thinking of Tetris as a sport because it's too simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
then
think
again, so is golf.
I would put it
Golf
as it
isn't
is.
simple.
I would put it.
Well, saying it's very physical.
I think Tetris could be a sport.
I feel like it could be, and I think esports should be considered a sport
Yeah.
because,
I don't know what somebody's argument will be like if they said, okay, Uncharted is a sport.
To be honest, bro, I feel like Uncharted could be the multiplayer could be a sport. The multiplayer is not bad.
I mean, yeah, multiplayer makes
but
sense.
not the single player.
Okay,
'Cause
okay.
I-
What about say okay,
You would have to look at it as a speed run.
God of War.
Again, it would have to be a speed
I
run.
don't think you could consider that a sport though. Although you can compete with other people for time, I don't think that could be considered a sport, a speed run. I don't think so.
Because you will reach up to a point where that's like the fastest, and then that's it for the game.
Because I
You
feel
can't get any faster than that, right?
I don't think so. I don't know. I just don't think it can be a speed run in a game could be considered sport like.
Nah, maybe you're right.
I don't think so. I personally wouldn't consider it a sport because I know there's like it could be a racing track out there. There could be like let's see who could go around this track the fastest, and that could be a sport. But I don't know. I just don't think it can be. But
So everybody here agrees that video games are sports.
yeah,
I
definitely, 100% agree. It could be a sport. All right, let's move on.
Damn, I would really wish we had one person that
Was
said it
it-
wasn't. Oh well.
Let's talk about things that may or may not exist. Let's start off with aliens.
I believe that they do exist.
Do you believe they exist?
I also do, but not the stereotypical alien.
Okay.
Like with the green Martian head.
Make sense?
Yeah.
I feel
Flying
like it could be
saucers.
like
A plant.
a plant or an amoeba or like some stupid jellyfish looking thing,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
In the planet, like
Well, I
very
believe-
far away.
I believe there's other sentient alien like beings out there, apart from your little amoebas and your jellyfish.
I believe in that too.
It's definitely possible.
Space is huge, bro.
But if there
it's more than possible. It has to be.
I think if there are, then they are no smarter than us. Then,
I don't
right?
know. Maybe they are smarter than us. That's why they don't really visit or whatever.
Or maybe they're just too far away, and they just can't get to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they're not. They're no way they're smarter than us if they can't get to us.
I mean, I don't think
I
so
mean-
because like they say like the universe is always expanding.
Right.
Maybe they just went in the opposite direction of us.
Right.
Maybe they pass over us, under us. So
Mhm.
maybe they already passed us. They're going so fast it didn't really stop.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
It's hard to see if the Earth is flat. They probably just kind of zoomed right under.
I guess we're all in agreement with the aliens. No need to stick on that. What about the Illuminati?
That I don't know. People say the Illuminati control like the world, but then I'm just like, maybe it can be true, but then there's a part that's like, it's just made up, and this is just how events happen.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like there's this huge thing going on. Well, it's not that huge. I feel like that's what she said.
Man, if I had a nickel, I wouldn't be doing this podcast right now. I'd be rich.
No, I feel like there's a thing like, hey, if you do believe in the Illuminati, you're freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they
Mm-hmm.
want you to kind of like be looked at as crazy.
Mm.
Like you might be right, but let's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Some psychology.
It might not even be as intricate as that.
I believe that some form of Illuminati exists.
Right.
I just don't think it's called the Illuminati. But if we're talking about the Illuminati in that sense, I feel like they do exist because there's so many people. I honestly really believe that, you know how people always talk about the man is this and blah, blah, blah. I actually believe in that in some way. Like the way, especially the way for America at least, not maybe not the
so
world.
you think that maybe it's not the Illuminati, but there is some sort of like elitist group.
Yeah, like they have to be in America. The way how America works with everything with our elections and everything, whoever have the most money is really the one pulling the show.
Mhm.
That's it. Because like the thing with Hillary, like they had like some bird meeting or owl meeting where you know that guy that was that's always raging, like he's like
Alex Jones.
yeah, Alex Jones. I was really about to
Who's Alex Jones?
That's
do
it
an
though.
impersonator.
That's it for Alex Jones.
Who's
Like,
Alex
what's his real
Jones?
outlet anymore? It's just Twitter.
Bro, I don't know.
Yeah, but Alex Jones was saying
Alex Jones is like the
I
biggest.
got it. I got it. So this is what Alex Jones is the guy that says shit like Bush did 9/11. I've seen shit. He's responsible. He's coming after us. Mark my words.
Wow.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Inside job. It was the Jews.
They're putting pesticides in our air and they're telling us it's for the plants, but it's for us. You don't know that person?
Want to?
Well, he'll never know now.
All right, well, if you don't get it after that, then it's I don't know what to say, bro. But basically, he's some guy that like yells out like a lot of things that people maybe be thinking, but the way he says it as if he's 100% sure he knows it for a fact, and he's not lying to you, blah blah blah.
He has a photographic memory though.
Sure.
No, he does.
Mhm.
Like he will be able to like tell you like, oh, it's located in this page, this line.
Yeah,
this
because
book.
he probably like
Went through it
got
5
it.
million times.
No, he probably got it like 5 minutes before he went on the show.
No, I've seen him on like other people's podcasts where he was able to like.
Yeah, he
recall
probably
stuff.
went on to like, I'm gonna talk about this. So remember, it goes on this line, and then after the first page, it's on the third line, second word. First page, third line, second word. First page, third line, second word. And he probably just say it over and over and over.
Maybe he got really good at that.
Maybe like when you're in the business like that, like you learn to remember stuff. Like
Right.
a lot of scrubs don't write down things on books and then look at it every 2
Anyways,
seconds.
like YouTube got rid of him, just like what 2 weeks ago.
For what reason? Why did they get rid of him?
Something about that he didn't follow the community guidelines, but I feel like
the
everybody.
community guidelines, by the way, is like you can't like do hate speech. That's what.
Oh,
they're...
so he was doing hate speech?
That's why he got taken out because of hate speech. Apparently, that's what they ruled it under.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I also feel like they've been trying to get rid of him for a while because like so quickly, like Spotify got rid of him, whatever, Vimeo or whatever, like a whole bunch of like places just got rid of him. Apple got rid of him.
Twitter,
like, so quick. Twitter said no, he didn't like.
But they did what did they do to him? They didn't ban him, but they put him on timeout.
Like a little kid.
Like a kid.
But
I didn't even know
yeah.
you could do shit like that.
They could stop you from tweeting for a while.
Oh wow.
But
Maybe to do that to the president.
But
here's the thing.
he's also the guy that that actually got footage of the whole Bilderberg Club.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
So there's some legitimacy to like what he does.
And Hillary was part of it.
Yeah.
You know Bill Burr?
Yeah, I know Bill Burr, the comedian.
Yeah, he talked about it too.
About what?
About Hillary going to like Bilderberg's meeting and all that
Yeah.
kind of crap.
Remember I showed you the Bilderberg stuff with
You're talking about
the 50-foot owl statue
Yeah.
and,
Oh,
the,
she was like, what?
and the people
Oh,
with robes.
shit.
He was the one that snuck in, Alex Jones,
Oh.
and like took video of the whole thing, and there was politicians and stuff there. Hillary was there.
Mhm.
Is it a later time or the same in the same
I don't know,
footage?
but Hillary was part of that club.
Right.
Hillary and her husband.
That's crazy.
So,
I
like-
don't like those.
So this is the thing. There's too many coincidences for me to completely exclude the fact that there isn't this whole elitist thing going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's too many coincidences.
And like I said, it's just too everything is too organized when it comes to like people.
I forgot what they said for why they were there. Like I think they said it was like, oh, it was like theater. We were all playing part in like some theater thing. Yeah, right. All of y'all were chanting and stuff, and like, this is what you guys do on your free time. Okay.
All right.
Well, I don't think the Illuminati exists. And
You
if
don't?
those guys are the Illuminati, then that's not what the Illuminati really is. I feel like the Illuminati is supposed to have the power already. Those guys are just trying to get to that,
Maybe
that
they do.
type of
Maybe they
power.
have fun too on the side. I don't know.
Not,
They do some weird shit on
if
the
you're
side.
the Illuminati, everything that you want to happen is going to happen.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
the
like
thing is,
we
like,
don't
you're
know
thinking
enough.
of it like you're thinking of it like, oh, we want that to happen.
Yeah, I feel like if
Yeah.
you're the
But-
Illuminati, you should have.
But
that
the
type
way
of
how
power.
everything is right now, maybe they could have done that back in the day, but with surveillance and like a lot of people being able to hack certain stuff and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
maybe it takes a little bit more time.
Maybe they want to make it seem gradual.
Maybe
too.
it could be
Maybe
that's
they
what
want-
Hillary was doing, and
May-
then she got caught.
Maybe they want to make it seem natural.
Exactly.
But to say that they don't control the media, that's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Media is definitely controlled. It's
We'll get to-
scripted as hell.
We can go to that right now. Actually, we can move on to that.
Media?
So I wanted to speak about Demi Lovato personally. So you were just talking about the media and how the media can shape how we think or how we view things or what the
What we eat, even.
yeah, exactly. It could shape so many things. And I was talking earlier about the crime. I forgot what it's called, where like a lot of the black people got sent to jail, but I forgot there was a war on drugs. There you go, war on drugs. So as we all know, me personally, I've never smoked weed or did any type of drug.
Never smoked
Ever.
weed?
Yeah.
You from the Caribbean, my guy?
All right, well, no need to be
Nah,
stereotypical right now.
bro.
But never smoked weed, never done any kind of drugs. The only thing I've done was alcohol, drunk alcohol, right?
Right.
People don't do alcohol. That's weird. But I can acknowledge and agree that compared to cigarettes, weed is a healthier alternative, and weed isn't that bad for you like it is for cigarettes. One, you can grow weed. It's natural. It helps with a lot of diseases. Not disease, but it helps calm the body. Instead of taking those meds or painkillers or whatever, you can smoke weed, and it's healthier. It doesn't have as much side effects. Now we can all agree on that. Maybe we can't, but that's the facts. Cigarettes is worse. Now, what's worse than cigarettes is like meth or whatever Demi Lovato was on. Actually, could you just pull up exactly what she used real quick? And I'll just ramble on about how bad cigarettes are. Because I remember, I knew what she used. I just forgot it. I don't want to say the wrong drug. But
Was it heroin?
it might have been. It's some kind of... She overdosed, basically.
Yeah, she definitely overdosed.
She OD'd. That's what OD means, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's ODing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
In case they don't know.
Yeah, in case you don't know. But,
Anyway, she definitely overdosed on meth or heroin.
something. But, like, I was just... Anyway, let's go back to cigarettes and the media, right? Real quick before you say Shane. Notice how, like, they used to have commercials on TV about cigarettes and whatever, but they took it off.
Right.
But notice, like, it's crazy how like we were talking about how money really rules America. There's so much corporation that profits from cigarettes, and people die every day in America from cigarettes, or a hole is created in their throat, or their lungs are black, or they can't see, or they can't walk anymore. They gotta cut off a limb because of cigarettes. But weed is a no-no for sure. No weed, no matter what, because they can't profit as much.
Right.
They can't, like, if weed become legal.
Not only wouldn't they be able to profit as much, also, like, I think it'll hurt the pharmaceutical industry a lot.
Yes, they would. Exactly. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But
They might actually lose money.
they would lose a lot of money. But at the same time, let's say that doesn't happen. Even if they do make weed legal and they make their own weed and they can profit off of it, who's to stop actual drug people or whatever? Like, people that sell weed on the street,
Right.
their weed might be better. Their weed might be cheaper. Their weed might be easier to get to.
the
But
whole
but-
Lovato thing, they didn't tell.
didn't say exactly
No,
what
The
it was.
exact drug. I do believe there was a rumor or something. I think it was a heroin.
Heroin?
Yeah, that was the rumor.
So there's no, like,
No,
There's
no
no-
official thing.
Yeah, I don't think there
about
was an official thing about
Really?
it.
Yeah.
All right, so that
It might be
that
worse.
even helps my point. So,
But what it did say, you know, the drug that if you OD
mhm,
and you get inside the ambulance, they shoot you with it.
mhm.
So it is a drug.
Yeah, we know it was a drug. I know for a fact it was a drug.
No, I mean,
But I swore I
It
read
was,
what
it was something
what-
crazy that they
yeah,
had to like
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
All right,
revive her, I guess.
so
Yeah.
let's see here, right? If a black man is smoking weed in public or at a party and is caught by an officer, what do you think happens?
He's
That-
going
yeah,
to
that's
jail,
it.
bro. He's going to
Jail, right?
You know, get
Okay.
charged for everything.
So, what's the difference between? All right, so Demi Lovato is in the public right now as like some kind of sweetheart or whatever, or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sweetheart, but like I don't know, like America's little girl or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Like she's really on the same level with society. Like society love her. Let's put it that way, right?
I think it should be noted. I think a week before at a concert, she was drunk or definitely on drugs, and she forgot the words to her song "Sober."
anyway, the thing that I really hate about society is that like people, just because like you're popular or rich, you get away with a lot of stuff.
You definitely get a pass.
But the thing is, like, even black rich people, popular people, even if they're smoking in public, I'm not saying a lot of times they might get away, but a lot of times they get arrested also. Like they
Right.
just will. Like Lil Wayne, it happened to Lil Wayne a lot. I forgot the rapper that it happened to like last week or something like that. He was at his own birthday party or whatever. He got arrested. But
So you're saying for like black people, regardless.
exactly,
rich or
but
not.
Demi Lovato, right?
yeah, was
She
on
OD'd
something.
on a drug that is not legal in the States at all. It's not even going to become legal anytime soon. The public knows about it, and there's nothing legal is being taken against her at all.
Yeah.
And the
It's like,
whole
oh, she's
public,
in
That's
rehab,
like-
let's
and
help
the
her.
media isn't saying,
That's
wow,
like prison
for-
time, like drugs, right?
Exactly, and
it's federal.
the thing
Yeah.
is the media isn't even saying anything like, oh, for shame, or no standards, or what are you teaching the children, right? Like with a black man, those are all the headlines. Oh, bad for the community, blah blah blah, or whatever. But with her, they're saying, oh, she's going through a tough time. Prayers for Demi. Keep her in your prayers. How is she going through this alone? She's depressed, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But
no, that's some dumb shit.
it's not even dumb. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be.
That's like super biased.
Is a double standard.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a black man, I've never seen a headline where someone goes to jail or is caught smoking, and you're like, oh, he's depressed. Pray for your boy Snoop Dogg or something. He's always depressed, or some shit like that. You know, I've never heard that. But every time there's some white actor or singer or actress or whatever you want to say, is always, oh, they're depressed, or they overdose. Please pray for them, or whatever the case is. Like, for instance, I actually like this actor, but Pirates of the Caribbean,
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, he lost so much weight, and he's on so much drugs, and he's always drinking and partying. Like, drinking and partying, that's fine because that's legal and shit,
Right.
and smoking cigarettes is legal for whatever reason. But like the drug part, like drugs, like he's doing hardcore drugs and he's talking about it, and there's no legal action. Like, they used to be like, rappers used to talk about, go on interviews and be like, yes, I was like smoking. I usually smoke in my car after I finish doing a rap song, whatever. And police would wait outside from when they finish rapping and have like a warrant to search them. And they would search them. And they would not do this at all
Right.
with any white actor. Like, it's not even just black, it's just any minority in general they do that with.
Yeah, dude.
I think it's just fucked up.
I feel like they have to at least make an example out of Demi Lovato because that whole thing it's not really blown over yet.
They're not gonna do it.
They're not gonna do it, and
Yeah.
that's the
They would've
that's
already
the
did it
bad
from the
part,
start.
because it's worse because like there's literally kids. Like, there's not a lot of kids that look up to like like Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg and those people. It's more of like teens. Like if
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
teenager, you should know what's good or bad, and if you make a bad decision, that's on you. But it's kids that actually
Yeah,
like her.
I feel like she messed up in a big way because she has like an obligation almost,
Yeah.
right? Because she knows her fan base. There's no way she does not know her.
Like
fan
the
base.
thing is, it's like, all right, fine, you're rich and whatever, and sure, it's your life, you can do what you want. But you're rich because of a certain demographic,
right?
and you're kind of you owe that demographic like the best possible, I don't know, like role model you can be. Like for
Right.
instance, no one like Snoop Dogg became rich because of like thugs and gangsters and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like you could, if he does anything like bad, it's like you can't really. It's like you know that person. Why is your
Yeah.
kid listening to his songs? You know, it's not like he said the N-word the other day.
Yeah,
what?
they're
What
not
are you
gonna-
thinking? Yeah.
They're not gonna get at him now. It's like
Exactly,
it's
and
like-
even now he's trying to
has
be
switched it
a Christian man or whatever.
right.
Yeah, he's
That's
a preacher.
That's why I don't know if like anybody has realized this, but rappers nowadays they barely say like the F word to describe somebody that's gay, right? But like
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you realize this, but Eminem still does because he's been doing it since day one, and he kept it consistent.
I like
or,
Eminem.
Or he would say, he'll say like the most random shit. Obviously, he's never said the N word, but like still things that are PC, he's like people will like go hard for. He's not PC still to this day. You get what I'm saying? 'Cause he kept it kind of consistent, and people know that. So nobody is going at Eminem every day. I'm sure there's a couple people who is.
Mhm.
It's like it's not making headlines. Oh, Eminem said the F word today.
Eminem said the F word. What?
Yeah.
But I don't like how words can control people. Also, where like you get offended by F word. There's a word that they changed the meaning to. I think they changed
I feel like if you're getting offended by it, you're giving way too much power to that
Exactly.
one word.
What's that? It's like a word that describes someone who's sexually pervert.
Shame.
Pervert. Like they're trying to change the definition of pervert because it offends people or whatever the case is.
Right,
but
right.
What are they trying to change it to?
I don't even remember. It was so dumb.
Is
My
it
friend.
bad?
No, they're trying to change pervert to a good thing. It's weird.
Huh?
But they're trying to change what pervert. They're trying to give what pervert mean a different name, because that's not what pervert meant in the beginning. Which makes sense in a way, because like it's like changing. It's like I don't know, but they're just trying. I hate when they like let the word be. Like just allow it. Let
Right,
it be.
right.
But yeah, I think it's just racist and all that kind of stuff. But speaking of racist, another thing that I want to talk about is, and I won't spend too much time on this, maybe 30 seconds. I think, remember Dove, the soap? You heard of the Dove soap
love
commercial?
Do I remember Dove the soap?
The soap commercial.
Oh yeah.
Which
Where like a black woman went in and then used the Dove soap and then she came out white. And then it was like
Oh, no,
something
I
like...
oh, I
That's,
heard about it.
and it
I
was
didn't see
It
it.
was something like the filth is removed. Some bullshit. I don't know. Something like that.
That is fucked up.
And maybe they didn't say the filth was removed. Maybe I'm
That
moving
is
in.
fucked
But they
up.
did say something similar to that line. Like get cleaner. Something like that.
Right.
But anyway, it's just the fact that she went in black, used the soap, came out white.
The fuck? I'm offended
Damn.
by this.
So, and then they did a whole bunch of things where
Let me get that soap, bro.
Yeah, I need a credit score to go up, so I'm gonna just use that soap real quick.
Word.
But
I'm trying to be successful. Come on, man. We need this podcast to succeed.
But they talked about some stuff where they were like they apologized. I forgot what that's called, but it's like PR or something like that. I don't know. But they did apologize. They put out different ads. They changed the ad and all that kind of stuff. They apologized to the actress. Blah blah blah. But I also think that Dove, the chocolate, is racist.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, here's the
How
thing.
is
Two
that-
different things.
Let
right?
me elaborate,
chocolate.
Shane. Let me elaborate.
Two different things, right?
Ah, it's Dove. I don't
Two different
really-
companies?
I don't really know.
Oh,
I'm sure they got the same name.
Let me elaborate
okay.
real quick, right? So, what color is the chocolate for Dove? Does anyone know what color the first layer is?
It's black.
It's brown.
okay. Oh, and the inside is vanilla.
And it's white.
Is it like like that for all of them?
Yeah, I think so. Or most of them, the ones I've seen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I
Okay,
think
yeah.
the chocolate is racist, so we gotta get on that incident
Okay.
as soon as possible. We gotta call them out.
Well, how are they like promoting it?
I don't know.
The best parts in the inside.
Oh man. Yeah, that's not. I'm not really serious about that, but we really should get on their ass about that.
No, we should send them an email.
All right, so let's talk about. You wanted to talk about gentrification, right?
Yeah.
The end of the email. Sincerely, minorities. Every minority, everywhere.
Let's talk about minorities getting kicked out of where they live, or the rent is too high. Gentrification.
Oh.
Next topic. Why do you want to talk about it, Shane?
Nah, I was just wanted to say like how far will it go? When is it too far? You know, like they're kicking people out their cribs.
Mm-hmm.
All these new businesses showing up, and those people who run those businesses are not comfortable with, you know, I guess their neighbor who's been there for like 20 plus years, and then they try to kick them out.
Are they really trying to kick them out though, or is that just something that's being said around? Is it people actually kicking people out?
I feel like the company or the landlord.
Let's say they're buying them out. They're not
the landlord
kicking them
is
out.
because I don't want to say exact money, but the landlord, my landlord, I live in should I talk about I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I live in New York, Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
And the landlord did try to buy me out, like, because he knows that he can put up a lot of money now and do a buyout,
Right.
but then in the long run he makes that back in 4 months. And the thing is, the rent that I have right now, if I were to move out, whoever moves in is going to be paying 4 times more.
Wow.
So they make their money every like few years. They can make a lot of money every few years if they buy out the person that's there and a new person come in and they get paid. They raise the rent like sky high.
Right.
So,
but you can keep your like lease, right?
yeah. That's why they had to buy out.
So like, okay. So
But
like,
some
say
people...
you were the landlord. Say you were the landlord. Wouldn't you think the same way though?
What you mean?
Wouldn't you be like, let me try this, buy this, let me
of
buy
course.
this person out?
Yeah, I'm not saying this. It's
Yeah.
not. I'm not saying it's
Basically-
bad. But it's some places that they can 100% control the rent. So they could be like, next year we're gonna like double it anyway, and you can choose to live for it or not. They can do. There's like some places that can do that based on the contract.
Right.
So
I think for like what Shane is saying, like this happens a lot, and I feel like people use the word they a lot. I think people are looking at it not practically. You know what I'm saying? As like on the other person's side.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So maybe they feel like, oh, people are just like taking over or whatever. But I think like a lot of people are actually moving from other places that's like terrible states into New York. And
actually, there's a lot of people moving from New York into more states than people moving into New York.
you think so?
No, I know so, based on stats. Because because I don't remember what year it was, but every 10 years, like I said, I just took a political class, so I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm saying.
Oh.
Every 10 years, this part is true though. Every 10 years, like you know how there's like, I don't remember, it's not the Senate, but each state have a certain amount of representatives, right?
Okay.
Or whatever. No, there's 2 representatives per state, right? Making 100. But there's something else in the state where based on population, that's how many. Let's just say representatives, because I don't remember the exact name, but that's how many people they have. So based on the state, how many people are in the state, like Texas would have more of these representatives than New York because of the population in Texas, right?
Right.
So the last time they did it, which was probably like 4 years ago, I think, maybe 5. The state lost 2 of their representatives, and they went to Texas. They went to these southern states.
Right.
Because there's a lot of land there and it's cheaper. So New York is actually losing people more than it's gaining people. From New York at least. We're not including immigration and all that kind of stuff. But even based on immigration, everyone like people immigrating everywhere in New York, in America, right? But so let's just say everyone's moving into America and they're immigrating here, but there's still people that live in New York that's leaving New York and still migrating to other places in
Okay,
the southern states.
and that beats the number of people that's coming in.
Exactly.
Okay,
Maybe it might not beat the amount of people that's coming in, but it's still,
it's close.
but they're losing enough people for them to lose representatives.
Okay.
So yeah, because everywhere is gaining immigrants.
So what do you think? You think gentrification is like a real
It
thing?
is. Because it's like all right, where I live for the past 5 years, there's places that sells a lot of different things. There's stores that sells a lot of different things. I've never seen a store that just sells coffee. That's not like a big
Chain.
a big chain.
Right.
The last
Even the
like
big chains don't even just
exactly, they just don't sell just coffee alone,
Yeah.
but like around where I live there's a lot of like
Just coffee shops.
just coffee shops or
I've
just a
never
smoothie
seen
shop or
Well,
exactly.
The only thing I've seen
That
is
might
probably
sound like-
just like frozen yogurt, and that's it.
That might be like, yeah, duh. What, does all your stores have to sell more than one product? Yes,
Yeah.
where I live, they do because of the rent.
Okay.
But there's like this, they're just like places selling this one item, and it's weird to me. It's like a place that only sells like burger.
Right.
fries.
But like, I don't know. It's hard for me to like think about it like that because I feel like they want to make more money as a business and they're trying to expand. You know?
Yeah. Even in this building, like, the building that I live in, like, before 3 years ago, I've never seen a single Caucasian in this whole apartment.
Well,
Now I
you
see.
could say like 5-6 years ago, half this place where we live in Brooklyn. Didn't see
Yeah,
that
well, I'm
much black-
saying-
the only people that you seen white here was Jewish people.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. And then now it's like a lot of people coming from Manhattan or whatever, and they're just coming over here.
Got no problem with that. It's just different now.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. It's just like taxes go up or whatever, things become more expensive.
Did you see that in your neighborhood around here? Because I moved out before all of that shit happened.
What?
You saw like the corner stores, the prices in the corner stores went up.
The thing is,
Did
I
you
don't
see
even
that?
know. I don't even know if I could blame that on like gentrification because, to be honest, like when I was like 10, bro, I could buy like a whole bunch of snacks for like $1.50.
Same.
So I don't even know if that's because if they are, bro, we gotta go back. Like we have to go back,
I would.
like to the past.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What
hard to see what's actually I think related and what's not
Yeah.
because
There's so many factors.
yeah, there's so many factors. It's hard to like bring it down.
Maybe gentrification is just a scapegoat.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, let's.
I can see like both arguments. That's the thing.
But when you
If
think,
it's
what do
real
you
or
think
not.
of about gentrification changing the culture that's around here? Because I remember there was a post somewhere, I saw on Facebook. Not sure if it's true or not, because it is Facebook. I think it's the Biggie.
The thing is,
World.
like, is anybody doing anything illegal at that point? It's like,
No.
no,
it's
I don't
hard
think so.
to, like,
Gentrification is just
you
like
can get mad at it. You can get mad at it, but it's just like
it's changing.
there's
culture,
there's
though.
nothing that's
They
like
just came in. They're changing the culture.
that's true. It's like it's more of like a.
A respect kind of thing.
You know how that whole argument about hold on, the whole argument about they're coming in our country and they're taking our jobs. Like that one.
yeah.
Well, they're coming to New York and they're literally taking our jobs. Like it's not. I'm not saying like, well, you're an American, you can do whatever you want. You can move to state. That's like your right or whatever. But it is affecting us.
Right. No, it is affecting us. But it's like it's hard for me to see like damn, these like I get it. They might be taking our jobs, but at the same time, like nobody's doing anything illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like what if I'm like I make a lot of money here and I'm like I really don't want to pay every month to rent a space. I want my own house. But I can't afford any house in New York City. So I'm going to go out to maybe Texas or somewhere less racist, right? And get a house there. I'm moving into their place and I might take some guy's job that's there already. It's no different from someone coming into my place and taking a job that I could have possibly gotten.
Right.
It's just the way it is. Gentrification is bad for.
Yeah. There's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is because nobody's breaking laws. I get it though. Like, it's not gonna stop people.
Yeah,
Not gonna
it's
stop
fine.
people. Yeah. It's just like it's one of those things
So
like
it's
you
just
gotta
something
deal
you
with.
just gotta accept it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like, how would you even make people like change that? I
Well,
don't even know.
there is a way you can do it. Whereas, like for instance, with college, if you want to stay in state, you pay like a couple thousand less
Yeah.
if you stay in state for college than if you go out of state. So what they can do, it could be like, well, if you move from this place to that place, what happened is if the place that you're moving from have a higher minimum wage, you still make that minimum wage in this state. Since you're not from the state, you don't deserve our minimum wage. However, you go from New York to somewhere that's less minimum wage, you get that minimum wage because we're not paying anymore. It could be stuff like that, like make you not want to, like maybe after a year it like goes to normal
The
or whatever.
minimum wage is pretty damn bad in other states. I feel like New York is
bad.
actually doing a good job now.
I don't know because the minimum wage
Everything is going up, but like I feel like
a minimum
it
wage
should
is
be
different
higher.
though.
It should be higher, but
We have one of the highest, if not the highest.
I
think we have the
minimum
highest.
in-
That's what I'm
we
saying.
have the highest, right?
Yeah, suck it, the rest of America. But for instance, like all right,
fucking pussies.
maybe two people. All right, for instance, I work with a minimum wage job, and my roommate does, but we're both paying for we're renting an apartment, right? Now, somebody else in a different state that's like down south could probably room with somebody, get a two family home, and work minimum wage and pay off that family home. Maybe not in like a year, obviously, but they're paying it off.
They have that luxury, but we also have the luxury of a bunch of things like transportation. Our public transportation is ridiculously good. I mean, as much as we might want to complain, as much as we want to complain about it,
is.
like when I went to LA, that shit was trash, and that's LA, like the next best.
Oh, it is?
It's not the next best, but it's up there. It's
Well,
like
as far as New York,
yeah.
I mean, far as,
it's
America
comparative
goes.
for sure. And if that was trash, just imagine like Virginia, it's garbage.
But I was like, I stream also. You can catch me GJKNS on Facebook. But I stream also. And I stream with this lady that also streams, and she's from Texas. And she was like, so like, do you guys like take the train everywhere? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, wow, that's so weird. When I want to go somewhere, I just drive there and park there. I'm like, wait, you just park there? You just drive somewhere and park there on the spot. And she's like, yeah.
Like with the car.
With the car.
With the actual car.
And she's like, yeah, why, is that weird? And I'm like, yeah, that's weird. So it's like, sure, we have public transportation, but they have cheaper gas, more parking spaces. You don't have to wait. They just get in their car and go somewhere.
Well, they gotta buy a car.
Yeah, that's more expensive.
They have to buy a car,
They still gotta pay insurance.
but it should be cheaper.
Insurance.
Yeah, no, it should be cheaper. Everything is cheaper, and they don't give minimum wage because of the fact, I think, they don't have the same luxuries as New York City.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just named one thing, but there's like plenty of stuff. You know, I'm sure like. What's some other things, man? It has to be something good about New York.
I just said,
That's why I'm out here.
Like I said, like the houses are cheaper. I don't think the cars are cheaper, but I'm pretty sure you could get like a second-hand car cheaper, maybe.
Or in New York.
No, I'll just
In
like
one state.
in a lower wage state. Like they could be like, because maybe they don't need as much for the car, or maybe $600 is worth more down there than it is up here. Because you can get a car up here for $900.
No, cars. When I look at cars, like trying to buy a car or whatever, cars are generally
$600?
cheaper in other states.
No, that's what I said. I just said that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
$600 you can't even pay for 1 month's
You
rent.
can't pay nothing with $600 worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Over there you
food.
could get like you could pay rent You could pay for your gas and get the suck. All at the same time.
While leaving with $599.
Damn.
But all right.
Apart from that, I think our laws are different in other states, and the way how New York runs. I think there's more freedom here. So
In New York,
yeah,
I think there's less freedom in New York.
compared to others. Like, bro, could a
You're thinking of like racist stuff.
yeah?
No, I'm talking
exactly.
about like you said law. You can't say law and then say racist stuff.
The laws are different in New York, though.
No, they are. But I'm saying I'm agreeing with you that no, I'm disagreeing that there's more laws in New York, I feel like. I feel it's more free.
It's more restricted here.
Yeah. When it comes to guns, drinking age is all
But
around,
that's
right?
like safer. I'm okay with those type of laws.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's more freedom in other states.
Oh, where you can carry
Because
guns and...
all laws are restrictions on your freedom. That's all laws are.
Okay.
So I feel like there's so many more laws up here.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably more expensive here because, like, come on, we got like a Starbucks everywhere, we got a retail place everywhere, we got this and that.
I don't
everywhere.
think that's it. I just think it's like this.
Okay, if not that,
That's
then
pretty
our
close.
lifestyle
I mean,
is
like-
better than most of America. Then
Okay, if you were somewhere else, you would probably have to drive just to go to like a supermarket.
Yeah,
Right.
the girl was saying that too. She was like,
I can just walk a block. You feel me?
yeah,
So
I could just go downstairs.
or
Yeah.
we could get this app. Just like I want this.
but I think that
third, and have
exists
somebody...
too in other states. Maybe not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take. All right, maybe they do have it, but it'll take longer.
But what
for
I'm trying to say is
every
there's
store to
reasons
get
for
it.
why we pay so much and why our minimum wage is higher and this and that.
Yeah.
I think it's
Taxes, bro.
fair, I guess.
Taxes.
It's somewhat fair.
Somewhat fair.
It's
Yeah.
somewhat fair.
Anyway, so what's next? 'Cause I feel like we're stretching this.
We're
right?
gonna end it on a question, right? And the question is, what do you think we're gonna elaborate a little bit too, but
Okay.
what is the oldest the race of the oldest person that's ever lived? What race are they?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Asian.
You said Asian? Okay.
Yeah,
What do you say?
I gotta pick eight. Well, okay. I hope I live that long.
I feel like they're really good, like healthy wise, and they wear those masks.
Johnny believe Asians are really good at living.
Healthy, at living healthy.
What do you say, Shane?
African.
You say African?
African.
I believe you, but I hope you're right.
I hope I'm
But
right.
I said
I think Africans age better physically.
Is there a quote
Like-
or a phrase you want to say real quick?
Black don't cry.
I say the oldest living person, the oldest living race, the race of the oldest living person is white or Caucasian, whatever you want to say.
Oh, that's what you think.
That's what I think.
Oh, oh.
So my reason is
Should we just like look this stuff
no,
up?
we can, but we have to like give the reason why.
Okay.
Then we'll do it after. But I think the reason is, I feel like the white people have access to more medicine for a longer period of time, maybe with the exception of Asian people, but more medicine than any other race for a longer period of time. And I feel that, you know, like how when the French and Irish and Scottish people went to the Caribbean, and like the people that were there, like, oh shit, y'all diseases are crazy, and then they died right away because their bodies couldn't handle it. I feel like
Pussies.
they have their I feel like they have like a better immune system, maybe. Also, that's a huge factor for me, in my opinion. I don't know. I just feel like the richest people in the world, the top 10 richest people, no, top 100 richest people in the world, I want to say 96 of them are white.
Wow.
The top richest people in the world, 100%, 97% white.
I wouldn't say 97%. I'm gonna go and say 80%.
We can Google that also.
Yeah,
No, it's a very high percentage. I'm not getting.
I'm gonna say 80. I'd say
Because when
20 of them are like some mixed stuff.
all right, maybe mixed, but majority like I don't know.
Nah,
They're
it's
either
probably
90.
98%. Probably like 98 or 95%.
That's
I
90.
think
That's
it is
98
high.
or 95.
But you're saying the top 100, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 98 or
100.
95.
You're saying the top 100% or the
No,
top,
no, no. The
Top
top
100 people.
top 100 people in the
top
world.
100?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I looked at Forbes the other day. There's only like probably like 5 or 6 people that's not white. That's on the Forbes.
So if it's
100.
5 or 6 people, then it's like 95 or
Yeah.
90.
Yeah, but this was like,
Some were
probably a year
ridiculously
ago.
high. So I feel
Yeah.
like they have access to like medicine even rich people can't afford.
But maybe natural remedies are the answer.
That's
Maybe
how you
maybe
get
that's
some
my
medicine,
that's
though.
my argument
Mm-hmm.
for why I believe like Asian people might be living longer.
Okay, so we can Google it now. I think if everyone made
I
their
think
point.
a lot of factors play into why people live longer, not just on medicine. It's also your lifestyle. You know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So I believe we gave our arguments.
Alright. You could Google it, bro.
Oh, I should actually. Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was going to be. All right, let's go find out the answer.
Maybe you're right. Maybe Asians.
What did you say, Asians?
Huh?
You say Asian?
Yeah, I said Asians.
Okay.
Anywhere like Asian, as in like Chinese to like Indian.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don't matter.
I said just white in general, so.
It is.
Oh, we also have something different, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the age and what's the race? Wait. Did you find it yet? Wait, stop looking. Did you find it?
No.
Okay. What gender do you think they are? I'm gonna say woman. A white woman.
I'm gonna say male.
Asian male?
Asian male.
And you said what is yours? A black what?
Huh?
Black man or black woman?
Black. Think a black female.
Black woman. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could continue looking now. I said black. I said white woman.
I'm gonna say a black. I'm gonna say an Asian man that's never been married.
Wow.
I never went to the mall, bro.
No, it didn't.
But I said
that was able to keep all his money to himself.
I say white woman because black men. I mean white men. They're like men in general. I feel like they die faster than women.
Men die faster than women.
Yeah.
This is about to get super sexist. I could feel it
No, I
coming.
feel like they do because all right, like majority of the army men.
Right.
Majority of the women like don't do the same type of jobs like men that can they can poison themselves. Like for instance, working in the MTA is really dangerous, bro. Like you have health benefits, but if the job gives you really good health benefits, that's because you need that shit. So there's a lot of men doing like those kind of construction works, and there's always like methane and smoke and all that kind of stuff in the air where they
Wait.
work at.
So we're going with race, or are we going with just one person that kind of slipped through?
What do you mean?
Are we talking about a
No,
race
not in
in
general. Just who does the oldest,
But what
the race of the oldest person.
So what if that person kind of like got some like really great.
That's fine. It's just whatever.
What if it was just like by luck?
If
you
he's
know?
like 150 years old and that person's like, if that person's Asian, you win. If that person's an Asian man, then you get double points.
Why is it taking so long?
Let me get my phone. 'Cause this dude.
I cannot do no searches.
Intermission.
This
Play-
dude
place-
right here.
Because it's telling me a whole bunch of other shit, man. That's why. And I have to read it. And then I gotta
Okay,
find
Google. Age of the oldest person that has ever lived.
According to Wikipedia, the oldest person ever whose age has been verified is Jean Calment of France, who died at the age of 122 years, 164 days.
Damn, we should have guessed how many years too. Fuck.
100. Well, I could have guessed that.
122.
What was his name?
John.
Something.
Oh, he's white. I already heard John.
Yeah.
It could be black. Oh, it's a male. Oh wait, hold on.
Of course, ain't no woman named John.
I get 1 point.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
They are black.
It's a white woman, y'all.
No! What the fuck?
That's a
Oh,
white
shit.
woman.
A white woman, bro.
Damn, you got
Wow.
double points.
Damn, bro. Damn, 122. In French.
Wow. I thought I would have been correct.
See, I know my humans, B.
Damn.
Get on my level.
He does know his humans. And I'm gonna say on that note,
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna just hold this.
like I said again, well, thank you for joining us. My name again is Gerald. It's Jenkins. You can find me on Facebook, GJKNS Gaming. That's GJKNS Gaming. G as in Jenkins, J as in Jenkins. N as in Ninkins, K as in Kinkins, and S as in Sinkins on Facebook.
I'm Johnny. Alright.
I'm Shane.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. See you next week when we do another podcast, because this is a weekly podcast.